Let's be fair. If Pikachu runs, probably gonna win.
Yeah. Same with Mickey Mouse, Donald
Oh,
Duck, Scrooge McDuck, Daffy Duck, a lot of
President.
ducks.
No, fuck Scrooge McDuck. He's a billionaire. He'll do everything for the 1%.
Oh,
Yeah, what's
like
weird is
Donald
you'd
Trump?
say that, but he'd be voted into office in Denmark and a couple other Nordic places. They really like him there. Don't know why. Just kind of does. It's popular.
Well,
Fuck
that's one of the
Scrooge
things.
McDuck.
Donald, not Donald.
Scrooge.
Scrooge. Yeah, Scrooge. Scrooge doesn't care about other rich people. He just cares about his own rich.
Yeah, he sees other rich people as competition. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, you guess what other politician thinks like that?
So
Sure.
I just have to say, when I'm zoomed in on this map as it currently stands, you drew a dick.
Well, there's no balls, so fuck you. There's no dick.
No, you don't need balls for that to be a dick.
Oh, fuck you.
That is
That's
what
your
they
own
try to
lewd
do. Yeah,
imagination.
It
you got a mushroom head on this thing, buddy.
oh no.
Well, now there's a pair of balls, and we look tall.
Perfect.
Oh God, why?
Perfect. Though if yours trails off like that, you should get that looked at.
You should get this bump checked out too.
Yeah, that might be a tumor.
Might.
Oh, fine, you bitching.
It could be a pod person.
Uh,
They might grow there. Or a really large kidney stone.
Or shingles.
So about that impending doom.
Oh, that's it. Oh, great! Now it's a turd. Okay.
I'll take a turd over a penis.
God damn it.
I'm,
I can't.
I'm
It's a
going to make sure
freehand
to
draw
put that
line.
on your
What do you want
headstone.
from me?
See, I would rather take the penis than the turd. Thank you. I'm not that homophobic.
Well, I'm gonna fuck you, but I don't want it to be that literal. All right.
Sounds
So
like a
about that
threat. Call the
impending
cops.
doom.
All right, I'm gonna shut up. All right. Well, last we left you, Chuckle Fox, you had decided to investigate the rather eerie, mysterious, and all-around strange carnival, circus, some sort of traveling form of entertainment. Their tents are very impressive, but the lack of people has been unsettling ever since you got here. And then it simply got worse from there. You essentially tied your card off so that all of you could go collectively through. It did just start off as Valeria investigating with some help of Milgren, naturally. Then Valeria got somehow stuck inside of a tent that turned dark the moment, like, you couldn't see into it and you couldn't see out of it, essentially. Or rather, more specifically, you could not exit because there was no exit when you went inside. Well, that sent alarm bells to everyone else. Everyone else sort of showed up, but Valeria pulled through and came out perfectly fine. There wasn't too much creepy going on. It was still odd, but it wouldn't be creepy. Up until the other half of the group, Rinlishan and Sarabas, decided to investigate the cages where they kept the animals. Not only did they have a chained-up male drake, who was possibly asleep, but there was a few human cadavers. What else did you find? Human cadavers, an oddly empty cage with a mysterious pile of red jelly, and then a horrifying were thing full of claws. And you try not to think about it too hard, but whatever it was, it stalked you, and whenever you tried to leave its presence, it'd make you get closer. It was a bad time, but eventually you figured yourselves out enough to trick it into being stuck inside of its cage once more, and retreated from there to here. After a quick investigation by Valeria and Rinlishan, who are apparently more brave or more willing to risk their necks, they first investigated the lovely-smelling cart, which turned out to have a few issues. While the meat on the sticks, I suppose, themselves, the rack, are perfectly fine. They look just be pork, beef, and the usual, and smell enticing. The fuel that keeps them sizzling hot and fresh for eating is, appears to be human corpses. The mixed smell of the two is actually very confusing. Naturally, of course, the horses of these lovely caravans are not looking too healthy. In fact, they probably died a good week ago. Though that doesn't stop them. And as a final note, you have been picking up that there are several strange signs with odd symbols on them. Giving you hints is too strong of a term, or mocking commentary. So from there, I believe Valyria and Rinlishan had just discovered what fuels the very tasty meats, which still look perfectly appetizing. It's just,
One thing, it looks like you've drawn some ground on the token layer over top of this cart.
yeah, I do that.
It got buried.
That's weird.
Just go to the token layer and erase that and redraw it on the object layer if you have to.
Yeah, but we have to do that. Hold on.
Ah, you were trying to smooth off the obvious frenulum.
Big words. There. Nothing. Valyria, Rinlishan, you of course can naturally react to the horror before you. To be curious, the bodies are burning. They don't look freshly burning. This is not a smoldering pile. This is a blazing pile, so it is more skeletal than meat at this stage, but, there's some meat on them bones still. Dripping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, let's see here, 5 yards this way and empty what remains of my stomach.
Well, the bread you ate comes up.
Valeria's going to stand there and try to figure out whether she should try to destroy this thing or if she even can.
Bogren yells over to where he sees Rinlishan, upchucking. And that's why I didn't go over there.
Oh, like you could have smelled it from there. Alright, there we go. So, what to do about that? As I said, the smell is confusing at this close to it. Further away, the smell is primarily that of the sizzling, tasty meats, so it's not so bad, but this close, it's a very confusing smell of
Sorry,
human...
boss.
Cerebus appears to be walking away.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
His hands are up, and he just kind of, yeah.
She's calling to him regardless.
No, screw this. I'm done with this place. I'm walking back to the wagon.
We'll get to what happens with that in a bit.
Does anyone
As
have
it's a
any
longer walk to get
fuel?
there than it would be for you guys to go to the next cart.
Does anyone have any
what?
fuel?
Does what have any fuel?
She's asking in character if anyone has fuel
Yep.
because she wants to light this thing completely ablaze, and their only fire starter just left.
Lel.
Rin digs through his pack and hands you a leather bag of lantern oil.
A cart full of fire and you want more fire. What is wrong with you?
I think she's looking to turn it into less a cookery and more a funeral pyre.
Mm-hmm.
In preparation for
The rest of
the
it.
FO of here.
Well, you have some lantern oil, assuming you have matches or flint and steel or anything to that
You
degree.
mean besides the fire sitting next to it?
Yes, but you can't light oil on fire in your hand and then throw it at something. That's not how that works. It would just.
I think she'd probably just open it and then throw it into the fire.
Just kind of hope it explodes from there.
If that's
As it
real fire,
stands-
it should light and splash.
Uh-huh. As it stands, yes, she has flint. I think all of us have flint.
Pretty
Most
sure,
of you
yeah.
would have flint.
Except for, the guy that doesn't need it.
Probably. I was just curious how precisely you want to go about setting this thing on fire. To describe the cart in a little more detail, it is framed of wood, but it seems to have a metal carriage, essentially, for the flames to work. It looks a bit like someone decided to make an oven mobile.
Actually, didn't Rinlishan have an axe?
He does.
I have a very axe.
Lol.
Yeah, let's
I think you
use
missed
that.
a word in there.
I most certainly did not. I hold up Blood Money, the Silverite War Axe. It is very axe.
Rinlishan, let me handle this so you don't have to go over
No,
there again.
no. I think I'm empty now. You know, blood, pus, food. Nope. Completely drained now. What do you need?
You have
Let
very
us
little liquid
see.
left in your body, don't you?
Me and my 3 hit points say
Yeah, why don't you
yes.
start drinking some water?
I thought I healed you.
Yeah, from -3 to +3.
Well,
Yep.
you could take a rest action while I'm dealing with this.
That's fair.
Do you have the strength to heave my axe?
Mm-hmm. I can handle it.
Don't you two have the same strength?
Yeah, she's at +3 in strength and dex.
Okay, so yes, you do have the requirement to actually use this axe. I'm just holding on to it until the level where I can get the necessary strength.
Yeah, she just doesn't use axes in general, but she has enough to throw them around to cut up some wood.
Rin hands you the axe. It is monstrous.
The axe attacks me. It's
Oh, no.
monstrous.
Not dire.
So yeah, first steps first. Stepping over and trying to cut through this thing.
As a strength might test.
So that's a 16.
You begin chopping. It's loud, dirty, and uncomfortable work. The only good news is the zombie horse appears to not give a damn, so that's a plus. And you've noticed that, well, it's not extremely hot near the cart, but it's definitely hotter. Between that, the armor, and the hard work, this is the unpleasant task, and the smell is probably not helping. I need, in order, let's see. I guess it's just be an endurance / constitution, stamina check, whatever you want. You're not trained in it, so fuck it, in your case, constitution. So constitution test, a willpower based, yeah, it's a save, isn't it? Willpower, and then the might again.
So that's 18. I'm not sure if those 5 stunt points can carry over to anything else here.
That helps you determine how big and how small or great a success it is.
That one is just a flat 10 for willpower.
Okay.
And that's 15 plus 5 stunt points for strength.
Okay, so you don't give a flying goddamn fuck about the whole hard work and tough labor thing, and just keep fucking swinging. You're a beast of a woman. The willpower thing, though, starting to flag a bit there. You're not having trouble with the actual work. It's the smell that's starting to get to you. It's like, it's really hard to keep this work up without getting hungry, let's say, and that stuff's starting to look enticing. Fuck the smell. So this time I just need another will and another might.
Plus 0 will, plus 3 to strength.
Well, you're able to shake off the smell, but the work slows a bit. So from there, I can just kind of check out everyone else. Is anyone else doing anything at this time? I know Cerebus is walking, but...
Logrin is still armed and expecting another monster to pop up at any moment.
Jolly good.
Yeah, fuck this entire area.
I know, you're still walking. It's just, like I said, this time thing. Renlishan? Good for him. In that case, I can fast forward a little bit, and according to my thing... One more might check for me, Valera, because this is more of a time check now. Okay,
13?
then. Cerebus. If you go to the circus overview, I'm going to put your token here. And you find yourself unable to go further. And you're not sure why. It's like you mentally like kind of go through the motions to walk, but your legs don't move that direction. anytime you try and walk this way or that way, everything goes as normal. But any attempt to go beyond just doesn't happen. It took you a couple seconds to even notice it was going on, in fact.
Oh, well, I'm still staying here.
You pop a squat. While he squat there, Valeria. I presume you were trying to reduce this thing to a box of wood to burn.
Pretty much.
It is now a box of wood to burn. With the zombie horse just kind of hanging out.
Then she pours the oil on it.
It is now a very brightly burning box. I'll just fire it up. Hold on.
Fire.
I'm sure I have fire some fucking where.
I've got some assets. You'll just need to turn them into objects after I drop them.
Sure. Thank you. I know I have it somewhere, but I had to fucking dig it up because I don't have a fire tab. Go figure. Probably should when I play this.
Yeah, considering who we're grouped with.
Yeah, I just have to use the fire texture, I suppose. That's lame.
Actually, it's more likely to be a nice, rich black fire at this point, considering the oil.
Yeah, seeing the oil and the fuel it already has. Oh, where'd it go?
So just turn those into objects and resize them.
Oh, one of them just vanished on the face of the goddamn earth. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Odd, this one won't reset. Oh, that's the issue. Right. Ah.
Turn off snap to grid.
While I'm doing this nonsense, anything you intend to do after burning it?
I'll be giving the axe back.
It's a nice axe, actually. It's very solid. There, fire.
Fire hot.
Fire. Now, if only Starbucks would come back and tell us that he got stuck.
Nope. Fuck this place.
Apparently, y'all can figure that out on your own. That's better. Alright then, where was I? Okay, so it's now merrily burning extremely. The food smell's gone, now it just smells like burning wood, flesh, and horribleness. Horse is just kind of hanging out.
Good.
It's dead. I don't really care.
I mean, free horse.
No, it's dead horse.
Free dead horse.
Most likely, the moment you take it outside of the Carnival's range, it just drops over dead.
You could heal it, I don't know.
Even,
Well, there are
even
other
if,
cards to inspect.
even if it didn't, you're just gonna ride into town on that sumbitch?
Yeah, badass.
No,
Apparently that's what my
the
character in fucking
Templars
Dragon Age
walk up.
Inquisition fucking did all the time. No one seemed to give a
Look.
shit.
She wants a horse, but not that badly.
'Cause apparently fucking things like bog unicorns fucking exist, so what the fuck? I don't want you to get shit. No, anyway, there are 3 other cards to inspect. Feel free.
I
Or
don't
not.
believe the bog unicorn was actually dead.
It had a sword impaled through the bottom of its jaw coming out of its fucking head. I'm
That
pretty
just
sure it was
means it's
dead.
injured.
I am really sure it was dead.
With Rin feeling a little better after his ordeal, and well, gnawing on some rations so that he isn't walking around completely empty-stomached. He is going to, looking very distraught and what's the right term? Resigned. He's going to just walk in a circle and look at these other carts, because this place is messed up already.
Yep. Well, at least it doesn't start immediately horrible. This one appears to have a pair of troughs with fresh, gleaming water. The sign says "free drinks," and in smaller writing, when peered closely, the campaign to free drinks has ended. Drinks now lives happily in the fade with his delusions.
Does anyone
Mogren
make
has
sense of
wandered
this?
up now, being a bit too bored to sit there anymore.
Rin mutters, "William Stickers is innocent," and keeps walking.
Yeah, don't drink the water.
This one is full of money. And by full of money, I mean it ranges from that painting looks like it's probably worth like a few hundred silvers. There's just a bag full of gold coins. That sword sure looks nice. And is that some armor underneath that pile of jewels? Like I said, it's pretty widely varied in that pile. There's even like a barrel of what looks like ale. Probably ale. Smells like ale. Signed claims to protect, and in smaller writing, but not yourself.
Taking bets. You touch it, you explode, turn into money, what? Nobody?
Well, judging from the first cart, it's either their goods or a trap, yes.
I think that first one kind of buried the lead.
Did he just... yeah.
Well, this is going to be a little embarrassing for Lilia, because this one is full of fucking wood. Like, chopped, ready to go firewood. The sign even says, kindling, and then at the bottom, for some reason, smaller writing, for your spirit.
She doesn't mind so much. The cart had to be destroyed anyway.
What is it? Kindling for the spirit?
Apparently, that is what the sign claims.
Most likely because the first cart...
I don't know, but Valeria owes me some lantern oil. I nominate her to figure out what the hell is wrong with this stuff.
Do we have to touch it?
Maybe you brought
Rinse.
big enough tongs.
He's not going to touch it, but he's going to walk around to the back to look in.
It does look relatively like normal wood. I'd ask you to roll your knowledge of woodcraft, but you don't fucking have that, so intelligence will have to do.
I've got 2 points in cunning. It is possible I know what a wood is.
Fine, roll it.
+2.
I mean, you can't tell the difference between your familiarity with wood and how it, it's cut and shaped has everything to do with how it's used in the city. What looks like good firewood is one thing, and what someone would find in a noble house for the sake of looking pretty is another thing. While you cannot name it, you're fairly certain this wood is markedly different from this wood. It seems to be both of a lighter texture and color, and thinner is best the word you can come up for it. These seem chopped into more blocky shapes, while these are more long, almost torch-shaped. Like someone had cut a torch in half and just kind of piled them. That's about all you fucking know.
So, firewood logs and kindling logs.
In theory.
Rin throws up his hands in exasperation and disgust and just walks a wide circle over here, swearing loudly in every language that he thinks he knows and some that he really doesn't. This will take a minute. You guys might want to do something carry on.
The elf has given up
Valeria-
entirely and just has begun swearing up a storm in quite a few languages. Well, Grin, you recognize some of those. You know a fair number of swears yourself, and he's going through the whole fucking list. It's actually kind of impressive.
But are they impressive swears?
No,
they
they're
vary. Some of
probably
them are kind of
pretty
just...
they're probably pretty amateury, and Rin in his past life didn't get much opportunity to swear much.
You got good variety. You need more depth.
Yeah, pretty much that. Valeria, what are you doing?
She's going to look into this to see if there's any identification on who might have been here.
Well, identifying people by their giant treasure pile is difficult, especially without moving any
Well-
of it. There's not any shirts or caps or anything of clothing, unfortunately. Like I said, what is there is armor, and what would pass for clothing isn't really proper clothing. Like a scarf made of what looks like it's made of mink's fur is probably not everyday wear.
At the same time, swords and armor and shields can have emblems and heraldry.
This is true. Unfortunately, the armor is too covered by other treasure. There is a shield in there. Fine, I'll let you do a perception check to try and figure out, and followed by heraldry check, naturally.
Perception's unfortunately still 0.
Mm-hmm.
Heraldry, however, is at +5.
Christ above. While you cannot get a clear look at it, your knowledge of heraldry is such a vast and well-studied fucking field for you that you're able to narrow it down surprisingly quickly. That shield there, unless you're very much mistaken, carries the royal crest of, well, Ferelden itself. So that's probably an heirloom of someone who either fought in the war proper underneath the king, or someone stole the king's fucking shield. One or the other, really. As I said, the symbol itself is common for a foot soldier underneath the king's direct command, but like it's that or the fucking king. It's like there's no middle
Oh yeah,
ground.
this is exploration.
Yeah, I will let you roll I guess it's just a raw cunning because you're not trained in blacksmithing or anything relevant. So raw cunning to try and recognize what material it's made of.
Just double checking the rule that Tio just referenced.
Well, it's a stunt, but okay, waiting.
Yes, but I need to know what it does.
It makes you wonder.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I'm helpful.
I don't think the DM's supposed to be this openly hostile.
It is in this game.
You remember that power I just got where I can light things on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Rah! Light this on fire.
You just come charging back, like
Yeah, like what? What?
roaring and screaming the whole way, just like fingers extended.
Yep.
Okay, I guess you didn't get your fix for long enough.
What?
Fuck
Okay,
this
it's a bit of a
place.
jog, so I'll handle some stuff before you come running in. I mean, you can dead sprint the whole way, but I'm going to need an endurance check for that.
That's Constitution, right?
Yeah, that'd be Constitution.
It's +0 then.
You're not able to
sorry,
dead
I
sprint
have,
the whole way.
Sorry, I actually have a focus in running.
Oh, okay, in that case, you had your focus with 2, I believe.
Yeah, so that's a 13 then.
That's a little better. In that case, you're able to sprint a fair distance of it, almost half before you start flagging. So you'll get here faster. This is probably going to happen first, though. Though I'm fairly certain Rinlishin kind of sees you in the distance approaching fast. Like real fast.
I kind of doubt a guy of that size is quiet or very well hidden.
Oh, no, it's a bit like watching a bull run at you.
We should let Valeria finish her search, though.
Yeah,
Pretty much that, yeah.
so I can do an immediate perception, which is another +0, so not much there.
There's a rose in the pile. You're fairly certain it's of gold. You're not sure how it's doing that, but there you go.
And I guess you wanted me to do cunning for blacksmithing?
Yes, it would be based off cunning.
Wow. Well, even with my +3, that's not... Yeah.
It's made of dragon bone. What else is that color? It's made of dragon bone. That has to be the king's shield, no doubt.
Mogren, what do you see when you look at that? She points at the shield.
Mogren will look over at the shield. +1.
You see a dinner plate.
Plate.
I mean, it's a really big one, but...
Serving platter?
Valeria will point at something else nearby that's distinct. Let's say... I mean, you're going to have to tell me, because what else she has nearby that she could point at.
Maybe a rose spun of gold?
Yeah, how about that? What do you see when you look at that?
It's obvious enough to where when you look at it, you see a rose spun of gold.
It's a flower made of gold.
Okay.
You failed the DC for the shield by 1.
But
Actually,
you did make her suspect that she's not seeing what she's seeing.
I know, it was really funny.
Ooh, there's a frying pan in the pile.
Do you
Seriously?
happen to have a long pole of any kind? Something you don't mind losing?
You have a stick.
Yeah, basically.
He will turn and start looking through his bag.
And at that point, Cerebus gets around there-ish and sprints the rest of it with what's left of his strength.
Rin ceases his swearing, stops in place, and just watches.
So you're throwing...
I burn the cart.
So you just throw magic fire on there?
Yep.
Nothing happens.
I keep doing it.
No, I mean, like, nothing comes out. As in, the magic isn't working. It's like, you wiggle your hands, you push, and nothing.
Fine. I get up there and start rubbing sticks together.
Well, alright, now you're just rubbing sticks together furiously.
When the Kunari comes running, screaming into the area, Mogren's going to dive to the ground, looking around for some kind of enemy.
I'm gonna start trying to make fire by rubbing these sticks together.
I think he's finally gone mad. Stop him, will you?
Of all the stone-touched...
Cerebus, out of curiosity, did you pick up the firewood-sized, like, meaty, like, big
The
old
smaller
house tool?
ones.
Ah, okay. In that case, I need you to make a will save. Neat.
My willpower is 2.
Just checking something. Well, the sticks in your hands burst into bright golden flames, so that's interesting.
Good. Time to spread this flame around.
What else happens? Well, you're magic, so you immediately recognize that this is magic because it's radiating some kind of aura, you think? It's hard to tell through your furious desire to burn everything. So everyone else around you notices golden flames and kind of feel encouraged, weirdly, by the comforting glow. Though they're probably less encouraged by the whole crazy man trying to light everything on fire bit.
Oh, they don't get to talk to me about trying to light things on fire anymore.
Sarbus, what? Are you okay, man?
Fuck this place. Light it on. Burn it down. Burn it down.
I agree, but your hands are on fire.
He's not wrong. When I say the sticks burst into flame, I mean the entire stick, as in your hand is currently holding a stick that is on fire with gold.
Shouldn't that hurt?
Normally, yeah, it should.
Well, it doesn't seem to be. I'm gonna try to spread this flame to the other sticks.
Doesn't seem to be working. I mean, you waft it, and you roll it, and you poke it, and doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
I'm gonna throw one of them at this horse.
It sails through the air, make a ranged attack, I guess. I mean, you clunk a dead horse with a stick. Funnily enough, the fire is gone off the stick the second it leaves your hands. The fire's still there, it's just on your hand. Your hands are currently on fire. Gold fire. Haven't stopped either. Stick's over there now, though.
Mogren is going to back away from the Kunari.
I'm just gonna start punching the cart.
Well, you're now punching the cart. Do you want to roll attack rolls and try and take out its roughly 2,000 HP or some shit?
This will take roughly 3 hours. Let's start.
As Mogren backs away, Rin shrugs, approaches, and grabs one of the pieces of kindling.
Okay, we'll save.
What kind of will save?
The kind based on...
I know it's willpower, but what focus?
Well, this would be... that's actually a bit of a tough one, isn't it? I suppose curses. I mean, it's closest to a curse, so that would be mental willpower. The fuck is it called? Hold on. I expect you to be trained in this. You've surprised me.
Let's see here. Just looking up the list of ability focuses. There we go. Willpower focuses: courage, faith, morale, and self-discipline.
Doesn't really fit is part of the problem. Courage, I guess, for you.
Alright. +3. And stunts.
Alright. Fucking monkey rolls. Okay, that means for you, the kindling does nothing. However, your ears are on fire, so that's nice. You don't notice naturally because there's no pain. It's a little brighter behind you, though.
What, is he embarrassed?
No, I mean gold fire has erupted from his ears and it crackles merrily. He doesn't actually hear the crackling, though. It just sort of is there.
Rin, buddy.
What?
Mogren will pat his own ears.
Rin doesn't know how to process this signal. What's up?
As his hands, so your ears.
Rin feels his ears.
They feel like your ears. You don't feel any heat or warmth or change at all.
I toss this stick back into the pile, assuming it's a dud, and grab another one.
Another will save, please.
Valeria is currently watching this.
Same one.
What
The
the
courage.
hell?
Will you
Plus
stop
3.
grabbing the magic sticks?
Nothing seems to happen with this one, at least
I
as far
start
as you
kicking
can...
the magic sticks all over the place.
Yeah, Sarabas is throwing a tantrum, by the way. This one doesn't seem to do anything visible to you. So you think it glowed a little when you held it, maybe?
I know very little about magic, but that doesn't mean that I can't just make the roll. +2.
Well, you're an elf, and even though you're a city elf, there are legends of trees and such, and even a common It's commonly known that there are better types of wood for, say, weaponry than there are just, like, you. With that knowledge, you are aware of some legends of, well, basically enchanted woods. Sometimes the fade will break or change in a way, causing it to leak into our reality, magically charging of, like, say, a random tree somewhere with unique properties. This could be a case of that. No, every city elf knows there's a tree, because they all have one big fucking one in their fucking city. The alienage big tree thing is like every city elf thing, not just for Elden Elves.
Oh, just let me be a smartass.
Lol. If he was human, you'd be right, but no. City elf knows what a tree is.
I stick the stick in one of the outside pockets of my backpack. Does it immediately burst into fire?
No. There's some stick in your back pocket.
Your backpack.
I'm grabbing-
Your backpack fails its will save.
Lol.
I'm grabbing 3 more sticks, stuffing them in my bag, and then assuming that this problem is done with. Do you need
Now
me
the
to make 3
collection
will
of-
saves?
For lack of a better word, let's call them gold fire sticks, or gold firewood.
Okay.
Mogren, his ears are still on fire, as are Cerebus's fucking fists, and you're just kind of accepting that, I guess.
And I'm throwing a tantrum, kicking all this wood all over the damn place.
Yeah, he's really going at it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rin, bend over. Like, get over here.
That is not how you proposition someone.
Oh, shut up. I need to get your head closer to the ground.
Giggity, giggity.
Mogren is going to bend over, pick up some dirt in his hands, and keep it in his hands as he grabs Rin's ear where it is on fire.
Further shit, you got an earful of fucking dirt as this dwarf
He's
just
not
decides
putting the
to...
dirt in his ear.
No,
He's just
but
trying
on
to
it.
extinguish it by scrubbing it with dirt.
It doesn't work, though. In fact, even if you put your... There's no
Dude.
heat coming off this thing. There's light, but no heat.
Your ears are still on fire. It doesn't burn.
Say what?
I throw one of the sticks at Mogren.
Rin pulls out his
Make a ranged attack.
pulls his silverite axe back off of his back and tries to study himself in the reflection.
Mogren, what's your defense thingy?
I believe 12. Yes.
I get
Okay,
two
you get clogged with a piece of wood. Make a will save.
-1.
Wow.
Okay.
Hold on.
You're welcome, Mogren.
You realize that he's going to shoot you now.
At this point, actually, since he's now throwing things at people, Valeria is now shown up with her sword drawn.
Okay, Mogren, roll me a d6. Now, what is that? Interesting. Okay.
Your head explodes.
No, nothing so grand. This is probably terrible for you, now that I think about it. Okay, so as far as you can tell, visibly, nothing has happened. Oops, sorry. You just got clunked in the head with a piece of stick wood and it kind of stung a bit. But visibly, as far as you can tell, nothing has happened.
But he knows that Rin reacted the same way, so he's gonna dance around in a circle, then look over to Rin and Valeria. Am I on fire?
No, the answer is no.
Rin just shakes his head.
Speaking of shaking your head, you did manage to get a good enough look in the Silverite axe being rather good at reflections, too. Yeah, your ears are on fire. I mean, assuming that gold flickering stuff is fire and not, like, sparkles or something.
Yeah, Mogren's gonna level his crossbow towards Sarabas, which makes 2 members of the party that are now aiming weapons at him.
Rin is at this point so phased that he is just taking this as reality. He'll figure out what's wrong with this wood later. For the moment,
Valeria should probably get one
yeah.
of these too.
yeah, Sarah.
Okay, that's it.
Cerebus makes a vaguely aggressive flail of wood in Valeria's direction.
Yeah, that.
She's taking the hilt and she's bashing him over the head.
Alright. Swing. He made his swing, so. Well, that's going to donk you on the head, I presume.
Where is defense? I have it on here somewhere. My defense is 13.
You'll be conked on the head. Valeria, go ahead and roll damage. It'll be non-lethal. Odds. And you may use those stunt points for like damage increasers to just increase the amount of non-lethal damage. That is how they will work.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Trying to find the damn talent.
Which
Mhm.
talent?
But just the combat ones.
Do you know the name of what you're looking for?
I'm just trying to find the section that actually has all of them in one place.
Page 58.
No,
Through-
that's not all of them in one place. That's the combat in one place.
That's all of the talents.
Oh, you
58
mean-
through
you mean the
64.
stunts?
I need stunts. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. That's in the index. Where was it? Let's see here. Okay, all of the combat stunts are
430.
on 430. And the rest of the stunts on 432, 433.
My face hurts.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with lightning attack and knock prone.
Really going for the knock that shit off.
Yeah.
By all means.
So that's the damage for her first attack. And she likely misses the second.
Well, he has a 13, so yes.
Yeah, even if he's prone, it's a +1 and then plus, yeah. So yeah, she misses the second.
So you're prone, take 10 non-lethal. Your armor will reduce that. Because of course it does. If you are prone, you just got lonked on the head pretty hard.
Ow.
Well, you're now in a pile of wood with a nice lump on your head, and Valeria standing over you looking Valeria.
Throw another stick at the horse.
I'm just being moody. Valeria, I need you to roll what is essentially a dexterity check.
+3.
Ah, lovely. You're not staining any of the wood. Okay.
So should I use animal handling to work with him from now on? Because fuck it.
No.
I mean, that's
Roll
what they
your
used on him
animal
before.
check.
Stop or I will stop you.
Okay, guys, is it just me, or is this place what's driving us batty?
No.
Yes.
No, we're not being driven batty, or no, it's just me?
Yes, fuck this place. Throw another
What?
stick at the horse.
To be clear, you walked over, you picked up a stick and lit your hands on fire, and your immediate thought was to throw more sticks at the rest of us.
His hands are still on fire, by the way, as are Ridden Shinzir, so that's not going anywhere.
It is not presenting itself with any solution. I will deal with this in its due time.
Hey, I'm just throwing sticks. I'm just throwing sticks. If you get in the middle of them, that's your fault.
You risk our safety for what, then?
Fuck this place. Start punching the cart more.
Yeah, Cyrus, we agree. We've seen this attraction. Let's. Wait, didn't you say you were going to the cart?
Yeah, I couldn't. I got stuck just a little ways that way.
Huh. Stuck? What, do they, like, block the exit?
Yeah, I couldn't walk any further. So I decided to burn this thing down, and then I couldn't. So I decided to break it down with my bare hands.
And then you couldn't.
Yeah, your hands aren't going to survive the effort. Come on, let's get down from there and see if there's some other way away from this place. I'm not the only one who's. Sarvas and I aren't the only ones who are willing to get out of here now, right? Right?
Mogren will look to Valeria.
If we cannot leave, then we have to solve whatever this place wants us to solve. It was the same in the tent where I went earlier. Until I completed its task, it would not let me go.
Well, there's 2 more tents.
Yeah, fucking magic.
Assuming we even solve what this is.
Well, let's go handle the tents. We can always come back to this if it turns out we need to do more with it. At least we know when the tents are done, right?
This place looks like a sideshow to me.
Skullhat,
Yes.
I'm going to roll basically a cunning for if she's heard ever that the King's Shield, an heirloom of that sort, was ever missing in history.
Ah, lovely. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the answer is no. It's
No,
a
the
9.
answer is, hold on. It's not so simple as a no. The thing is, out of the many things one loses on a battlefield, the shield is surprisingly common. There have been several Ferelden kings who have lost various weaponry, shields included, on many a battlefield. The most recent example was King Calenhad would lost his shield, but after him was old Bright Eyes, whose name I can never fucking remember. The previous king, let's say, also lost his shield on the battlefield due to the whole blight thing, and it was rough. Point being is, A, it's more common than you think it is, so it's not impossible, and C, depending on its age, it could be a little more than just a trinket. It could be like a piece of history, practically.
There's one thing I want to look at before we leave. Does anyone have a staff? I don't wish to touch this myself.
Damn it.
Rin walks over to to the cart that you hacked apart and grabs a spare log from it.
You
Maybe
now have a
one of the
slightly warm log.
one of those long spars
Right,
that the horse was attached to.
She'll sigh, nod, mostly a look of, yep, should have thought of that. Take it from him, and approach over here.
What are you looking at?
I think I've recognized something. If something goes awry, wait before jumping in. We're not sure what might happen.
What's that you're trying to get?
She'll point at the shield.
What do you want a plate for?
What do I see?
Perception.
+0.
Well, that's definitely a shield she's pointing at.
Unless it's perception searching.
Searching? You're not really close enough. It's more of a spot.
Perception seeing or...
Yeah, seeing. Seeing would be the one.
No focus in seeing. Carry on.
Mm. So yeah, seeing. Searching is if you got your hands in there, can like move stuff. Right then. So according to searching spot or seeing or whatever, yes, that looks like a shield. It looks like a nice shield. You can roll heraldry if you want. I mean,
I've got
regardless, she will go ahead and
my +2
mention
con
that
doesn't know it.
it has the symbol of Ferelden Kings.
Oh, so that's supposed to be a dog. Okay, right. I mean, you thought that was some sort of, like, strange lizard monster strangling another strange lizard monster. But no, those are supposed to be dogs. Okay.
I thought it was a lobster.
That also was on the table. So none of these people know what a lobster is except you, because they're not found in these waters.
I thought dogs were lizard monsters.
Depends on the dog.
Pretty sure no dogs are lizards.
At the least, I would like to return it.
Rin stands by ready to assist.
I want that frying pan.
Bogren is also nearby, but he doesn't want to touch the stuff in the cart.
So yeah, she'll extend that log and try to at least touch
So
the
you're trying to
shield.
fish out a circular disc with a long stick.
Considering those are usually curved discs, that shouldn't be that hard.
Curved disc and a pile of random knickknacks. Okay, I need
First, she's going to try to move something, seeing if something happens. She expects this to be cursed, so...
Well, nothing immediately happens when you, like, poke a random keg or something. Just kind of move stuff with it. Doesn't really seem to be causing anything.
Yeah, just fish about, lever it out.
Pretty much. She'll be trying that for a bit before going to more dangerous means.
So, do you try and fish out the shield with your stick?
Yes.
Roll dexterity.
+3.
You think you have the shield and you're kind of tumbling it towards you. Another one, please. Alright, it's almost it's basically within arm's reach, so do you want to just grab it, or...?
Nope! Rolling it
Okay,
off
then
the cart.
one more, then I suppose. It plops off from the cart to the ground. It is a shield, alright. Now it's more clearly within view of, like, every fucking buddy. Anyone is free to try and determine what material it's made of. The heraldry is very clear to be that of Ferelden's prime nobility, the kingship.
I'm guessing
Mogun will
it's made
look
out
over
of
at it.
lobster.
What do I need to roll for this?
Cunning, any knowledge of metal smithing or something like that degree?
I have evaluation and engineering. I'm going to assume neither apply.
Won't help.
Does he have knowledge dwarf? Because I think that covers that.
He gets a +1 because dwarf, yes.
And that's +1 from just cunning itself, so that's
I'll roll a
11
cunning
total.
for no good reason.
Actually, that cunning, the evaluation should be helping you at least ascertain if it's a good shield.
I'll not tell him the rough price of the thing, but I won't necessarily tell him the materials.
I do have a +2 to cunning.
So are you trying to determine the rough price or the materials? Because the two are very different.
Materials.
Okay, in that case, between the people who have rolled,
I already did my con on this shield.
Yeah, I assume she can't do it again, so...
yeah, once you've determined. Well, I mean, it could be one of two things, and those two things are very, very drastically different. It could be made of what is essentially wyvern bone, Or it could be made of dragon bone. It's only made of bone, though. That's bone. That material there, that has to be bone.
So I was right. It's lobster.
I mean, the only creatures you know that have enough bone that's reinforced enough to work as a shield would be things like wyverns, dragons, big ones usually. In theory, you could make one made of a, what's the term I'm looking for here? Bronto. It could be made of bronto bone, in theory. So that'd be odd.
Some really fat person.
Their bones aren't any bigger than yours, but they're just because they're fat.
Some really tall person.
Okay, maybe that. My point stands. Bronto would probably be like the most unusual but large creature that this could function for. As I said, it's made of bone. As to whether or not it's fucking high dragon bone or fucking Bronto bone, you don't fucking know.
Moger's gonna look at the sign again.
To protect, but not yourself. To protect is larger than the not yourself. Yep. It's written in a hand that reminds you of schoolyard bullies and or pranksters.
I'm gonna make a bet that the first time you try and block anything with that shield, it's gonna disappear and you're gonna get stabbed.
It would be an easy way to check then, wouldn't it?
So we're going to touch it?
Yep, she's gonna bend down, tentatively pick it up.
You're now holding a shield.
She'll hand the log to Mogren.
Well, great, you're now holding a log.
Holding up the shield, hit me.
Mogren will shrug, considering he is not nearly as strong as Rin or Valeria, will just swing the log.
Rin steps behind Cerebus.
Roll attack.
Do I need to when she's standing there asking me to hit the shield?
I'm not trying to use any kind of defense, so regardless, I will let him hit me.
You're just trying to determine whether or not the shield stays in place, yes?
Correct.
It does. Clangs off the shield. Seems sturdy. I mean, sort of. It's very, very odd. It feels sturdy, and when he hits it, you get your shoulder into it. It feels like any other shield. It just, you don't know. It's hard to determine. It's like it's lighter, maybe. You're not used to this weight, I suppose.
Bird bone like that is supposed to be hollow, right?
I actually have no idea.
Well, if it's from a wyvern, then yes. If it's from a high dragon, then no. If it's from a Bronto, then double no. Oh, you don't know what a Bronto is. Actually, you wouldn't know what a Bronto is, so you know what? Don't proceed to know what a Bronto is. That fucker. So, moving on.
Very well. Most of this then seems safe. At this point, Valeria will set down her things nearby.
So, if you're going to use this, it does have stats.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there are 2 types of shield in this as well. Or is it just the 1 type?
There's 3.
Right, there's the really big shield. It's not a tower shield, though, I don't think.
Not from that shape. I'd say it's a medium. It's not a buckler. That's pretty big.
Yeah, no, it'd be a medium shield then. As far as you're aware, so far, it doesn't seem to have any differentiating from your normal medium shield.
+2, assuming you have shield.
I do.
Talent.
Yep.
Talent or weapon group?
I believe this one's a talent.
Yep.
Pretty sure it's a talent.
Yep.
Weapon and shield
found
style, I think.
Yep.
So for now, as far as you're aware, it is just a medium shield with, the royal heralding crest upon it.
That being said, she wants to go check on just a quick search now that she thinks it might actually be safe to look in there.
You start just touching stuff to move it around and actually search?
Yes.
Ah, well, roll search then.
Search is perception
Damn.
still?
Yeah,
so
it
yeah,
is.
0.
Well, I still rolled really fucking good.
And yeah.
There's a lot of really good stuff in here, and not all of it's directly beneficial for a fight, let's say, but there's some nice stuff. I mean, there's this nice decently sized cask of what smells like decent ale. There's some rations in a pack. There's a fair number of gems, jewelry, unworked ores. Piles of coins of varying sizes and makes and value. There is a sword in here. What looks like a... Well, I need to get you a picture to tell you what the fuck this is, because this is at the bottom of the pile, and this thing's a weird looker.
I am going to go ahead and use, I think, efficient search and object of your attention. No, sorry, not efficient. It's speedy, because efficient only is resources based. So, yeah.
So I will describe this, but the picture probably does a better job than I could. It looks like someone mounted a massive fang, a metal stick, and used that as like a pick hammer. You're not sure why someone would do this, but there it is. I will place this in the mumbles.
That actually makes it the hardest to get at. Put it into
Then
the
I'll
map
put it in
tool.
chat.
Thank you. A bone war pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Told you. Fucking weird.
I picked my bone with a war pick.
Does anyone else is weird that the only weapons and shields and stuff in this pile are made of bone?
Well, there's a small axe that looks to be made of metal. Probably. I mean, you can get a better look, but...
She will start setting some of these things aside.
Okay, so I'll just list out the most interesting bits you found. That hammer, a sword that looks rather like your own, if just a bit, bonier, or at least an off shade of a metal. The ale, several goblets, the rose made of gold, a gemstone shaped a lot like a human heart, and like very literal human heart, like someone somehow turned a human heart into a gem, kind of creepy shit. Let's see. Oh, and the one suit of armor, right. You notice, since you're shuffling shit all around you, you definitely find this fucker. Okay, so when I say suit of armor, I mean a suit of armor. This belongs on a knight. In fact, fuck knights, this belongs on a king. In fact, it probably belongs on the king, considering all the dog heraldry on this fucker. And the fact it looks to be made of gold. In fact, roll heraldry for me.
+5.
That's you'd want to bet your fucking house on it, but that should be on the king, or at least at some point should have been the king's. Like, you can't think of anyone who else would wear like such brightly ornate dog-themed armor as the king of goddamn Thorelden.
More lizards?
I mean, we're talking like full on, like the shoulder plates are like formed of snarling dogs, as is the helmet. The entire thing seems to be either gold plated or made of gold with silver embellishments. Like the teeth on the dogs are like silver, whereas the rest is, gold. And as you shift it around, something's rattling inside of it.
Well, she'll investigate.
While
Answer
she's
is bones. Human bones. The guy's still in here. He's just bones.
like there's a full person worth of bones rattling loose in there.
Not quite. Missing a few bits here and there. Left
Are those
arm.
bits the shield
Most of a
now?
left foot. Skull. No skull. Fair number of ribs, though, still there. As is the spine. Most of the torso is still there. As is the left arm and both legs, but one of the feet is missing. And one of the arms. And the skull.
Cunning, to see if there's any kings that have died and never been recovered.
Oh god, loads of them. There are more kings who have not been recovered than there are kings who died peacefully.
Well, I would think they get their corpses brought back.
Not always. It's actually surprisingly difficult considering Verlin's history. Between the rebellion against Orlais and the Blight, bodies were not something easily reacquired after a fight. Be they king or not. the most... I mean, logically, it would have been the previous king, whose name I still can't fucking remember for some goddamn reason. It's bounced around my head, and I just can't seem to pronounce it right. The previous king before the current, Cullen, the current king, before him, his brother ruled, and this could be him.
The king was Kalen.
Yeah, thank you, Kalen. It was Kalen. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, like Cullen. I'm like, ride with Cullen. Anyway, Kalen,
Cullen's
the
a
previous
different
king,
guy.
it could have been his. Or like I said. Oh, sorry, hold on.
It can't be his. The warden buried him with it.
No. Well, you're not sure. Like, God damn it, Ryder. Hold on. Right. Okay. So, yes, there is a chance this is King Kalen's suit of armor. Not impossible. So that would mean someone went back to where the Blight had initially invaded and found the guy. Again, not impossible. Scavengers and scroungers exist,
Well,
and it is well
somebody
known
else
it's never
went back
recovered.
to... Actually, knowing the canon of the games, it means somebody else went back after the warden went back there and buried him, and then unburied him and took his shit.
Yes, that is precisely. Out of
That's
character,
disgusting.
yes, that is basically what happened, because why wouldn't it do that?
That's just awful.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
is,
that
but
time somebody stole Charlie Chaplin's suit from his body.
pretty much, yeah.
Which is a real thing. Look it up.
Well, there you go, then. Hey, and his bones are still in there, too, so hey. Presumably this is, yeah. And that would be his shield, then, in logic. I mean, good luck rolling up to the king saying, hey, I found your brother's fucking corpse, and just dumping this at his legs. I mean, like, you might need to use some tact here.
Yes, but that is actually what she kind of is thinking needs to be done.
And this will count as heavy plate for the purposes of... In fact, it's a bit better than just heavy plate, but I don't know if he'll be wearing it.
Well, also no one here, I think, can wear heavy plate yet. Not without a huge deficit.
I can't.
I'm
It's
just
just
saying
a
what it
really
is.
bad idea.
So yeah, there's your interesting pile of stuff. The rest is knickknacks,
And just
trinkets,
for
money.
completion's sake, the sword.
Bastard sword. Material seems to be very similar to that of the shield. This might be the shield that goes with the shield that goes with the armor. Actually, hell, once you turn the thing over and look at its goddamn hilt and see the dog head, I mean, it's pretty goddamn clear.
I
Got
don't
another
care.
sword.
I don't care what you do with the rest, but we need to take this back.
Sorry, take what back where?
Damn it! Now I forgot his name. God damn it!
King,
Kalen.
I know, it doesn't stick in your head. King.
Well, no,
King Kalen.
because you've
Kalen.
thrown around 3 or 4 names, and so
So King Kalen is the king that died, and this is probably
Right.
his corpse and his stuff. King Cullen is the brother guy.
Cullen
that
is not a king. Cullen is
Oh.
a Templar.
All right. God damn it, who's the king?
You're
then?
thinking of Alistair.
Alistair's
right.
yeah.
Alistair's
Alistair's also
king,
a
fucking-
Templar.
Well, that's
Yes,
Cullen.
no, Alistair was a Templar.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
He never
seriously.
actually became a Templar. He got Templar training and became a Grey Warden instead.
Mhm.
He can take the Templar path.
Well, no, he
So
got
can
enough training
everyone.
to Templar it up. It's complicated. Point is, current king, Alistair, old king, Kalen, or was it Cullen? No, it's
Kalen.
Kalen.
Okay, Kalen is the king. Cullen is the guy you can bang in Inquisition.
Right, Cullen is the general dude. That's why its name keeps sticking in my head. Kalen.
He was my
Kalen.
romance
Kalen's-
option after
Kalen,
Blackwall
Kalen,
turned out to be a
Kalen,
dick
Kalen.
face.
So,
Regardless,
Kalen's armor, Alistair's king. Moving on.
she'll gesture at the armor. I believe this to be the body of King Kalen.
Logren does not recognize the name, Cerebus doesn't recognize the name, and Rinlishin would not. Okay, none of them would recognize the name because none of them would give a shit about Ferelden.
King of where?
Ferelden.
No, we had a different king.
We do now. He died in the last blight.
I don't
Did
remember.
we kill him?
Regardless, I'm not leaving him here.
Well, what you know of him, Valyria, he was idealistic, proud, a little bit vain, stubborn, but a knight, completely and utterly.
At the very least, he deserves a proper burial, not left in this hellhole.
You get the impressions gypsies looted his corpse.
Yeah.
Well, how are you wanting to carry a pile of bones around?
And
drag
Henderson
him
full
back.
plate and
We
the
bring
armor
him
and-
back to the entrance. When we leave, we can take him the rest of the way. From there, we have a cart. If no one else wishes to help, I'll do it myself.
Alright, fine, I'll help you if only so it goes faster. I know the bones are the trap bit.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Well, if what Cerebus says is true, we ain't getting far.
Regardless, I don't feel like leaving it here, not among these things.
All right. Let's drag this stuff over to the road and, well,
Let's put all the body parts in a bag.
Well, it's in the armor, so it's kind of contained.
more or less.
yeah, just put some saran wrap over the neck hole. I'm sure that'll work.
So, are you doing anything with the rest of the stuff, or are you just prioritizing this dead body / armor?
That's
and
her
just
priorities: is the armor and his weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, anyone
I'm
else?
gonna take these Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Anyone else can
gemstones,
take
then
what
you
they
know it.
want. She doesn't care.
Ridden has managed to curb his interest, not pick up the heart-shaped gem, and is instead looking at the shiny golden flower.
Yes, there is
Aye.
that.
And
Both
by
is
looking at, I
Mogren.
mean he picked it up while they were busy. Do
It
I
is
explode?
definitely. It's definitely made of gold, and it's shaped rather well like a flower. Now that you have it in your hands, it's not quite masterful. It's very clearly like at a distance, yeah, totally that's a rose. Once you have it in your hands, like, nah, it's not really a rose. It's clearly like just forged metal. But it's better than expected, and probably worth a very pretty penny. And it just looks nice. Matches your ears.
And my hands.
And his hands.
Into a nice safe place in the backpack.
Alrighty. Is anyone else grabbing anything?
Mogren is standing by because he doesn't know if he wants to actually get onto the cart to try and grab bones or not.
There's still the big huge hammer, the keg of ale.
Mogren, take these, and she'll gesture at the shield and sword. She'll
I'll
try to
attempt to-
drag and carry the body.
Mogren
I'm
will
going to
pick up
attempt
the
to grab
shield
the
and
big old
sword.
hammer.
You're now holding a very nice well-forged metal staff with a giant fang bone thing at the other end.
What weapon group's this?
That would be under hammers.
Damn. I'm still taking it.
Just
That's
drink.
that's sure as fuck not an axe or a sword, so, you know.
It's holding a stave.
Not really, no.
Well, I wouldn't think a Morning Star is a staff either, but apparently.
Well, it's still made to be a morning star.
More of an evening star.
Lol.
No Dragon Force songs right now.
I mean, whatever fucking creature's fang this is was clearly fucking ginormous.
So it's part of the bludgeons, I guess?
Yes, bludgeons. you hit people with it. And as big as the fang is, that's not a sharp fang. It's just gigantic and therefore just only vaguely pointy.
Yeah, this book doesn't seem to actually have hammers in it. It's funny.
That's weird. Well, it would be a maul then, if nothing else. You're looking for two-handed, big, sticky thing.
Yeah, two-handed maul is a bludgeon.
Yeah, there you go then.
It does 2d6 plus 3 damage.
There you are. This one might do more than that, or less. Depends.
I can't use it anyway. I just thought it was pretty.
It's very pretty. Probably worth a lot of money, I mean, to the right person.
Out of character, anyone want the axe that was sitting in there? That's like the last piece of other loot besides the creepy-ass gem.
And the King of Ale.
Oh, come on.
Well,
That gem
we
clearly
want the
just
King
has
of
somebody's
Ale,
soul
but
in it. It's not a problem.
There is an axe in there, yeah, that's true.
What sort of axe?
One-hander, battle axe. At least I think they call it a battle axe in this. Christ, names in this place.
Well, I did trade mine for this giant axe.
Screw it, take it. We're already in for like whatever's going to happen if it's bad.
Pretty much, yeah.
I inspect the shiny axe.
One moment.
Though I do feel like leaving the heart behind is a good choice.
Cunning of 2.
Right, it is a battle axe, so it is a one-handed axe. Bit of an oddity, this one. It's pretty light. It's definitely not made of bone or anything. It's definitely made of some sort of metal. It's not shaped anything like you're familiar with them being shaped. It's more of a single-bladed, oddly curved even. It looks like something... It looks like a cross between a battle axe and a throwing axe. Like someone said, I want a throwing axe that's either gigantic, or I want a battle axe that can be thrown, or some weird middle ground. Assuming you screw around with it, I'm going to assume you do.
When are the babies due?
So what I'm hearing is it is it sounds like a very elven war axe.
Bingo. More or less that. The trick here is that it's a battle axe that can be thrown like a throwing axe for the same damage as a battle axe.
Mogren's going to poke Sarabas.
So you get your 2d6, but you can throw it and still deal 2d6 unlike a normal throwing
Ow,
axe, which
someone
does less.
poked me.
There's water in the carts over there if you want your hands to not be on fire.
I mean, that is an option, yes.
I think I'm good.
He doesn't seem to mean about the hands on fire thing.
To be fair, I guess he does like fire. Having his hands permanently on fire with no like problems is probably a bonus.
I just wish I could get my ears going too.
Just think embarrassing thoughts.
I was totally turned on when you hit me.
She
Please
said
tell him
think,
he doesn't
damn
say
it.
that out loud.
So we're not making a swipe for any of the gems, the heart-shaped thing, or the cask of ale.
Mogren would take the cask of ale, but he doesn't want to drink anything that's coming out of this cart.
Fair enough. That's entirely on you.
I'm still in the frying pan.
I mean, there's a frying pan there, but it's a frying pan. What the fuck do you want from a frying pan?
I'm not really doing
Eggs, maybe some hash browns.
Well, they were over there.
it. Unless it's a magic frying pan.
And since you
no.
burn that to the ground, you're not getting shit.
Yeah, I'm okay with that decision.
Oh, so you're allowed to burn things.
When they have corpses in them, yes.
So now you're just making him want to kill people, put corpses in there, and then burn it as an excuse.
Well, you know, those are tree corpses.
So when
He's
the
not
elf
wrong.
wants to take care of them, that's his decision.
Oh wow, racist.
And there was a corpse in this one.
He's actually not wrong.
So if we're all good with leaving that, I keep looking at it. Every time I look at it, I'm expecting it to start beating. If we're all good with leaving that there, let's get away from these goddamn horses. They're really giving me the creeps.
Agreed.
Can do.
So you all press onwards. Valeria hauling a big ol' fucking full plated up corpse.
Yep. Though considering she's strong enough, she can
Oh,
probably
she's
do
plenty
that.
strong, but it's like carrying another person.
No, it
about as
slows her
heavy.
down. Definitely half speed.
Right. Do you want to deal with that or just carry on to the nearest tent or something?
She plans on putting this out to a place where she can get back to it easily.
Yeah, let's carry that to the road. Here, I'll get the feet.
Essentially, as far as they're allowed to go.
Well, if you want to go to the very edge of where Cerebus got stuck, that's allowed. If you go to the camp overview, you'll just... Yeah.
Did we bring the stream over there? Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any kind of marker for the corpse would be nice.
Okay, what kind of marker should we have for the corpse?
It could
Grab
be
some of the
skull.
sticks.
It could just be a circle that says corpse on it.
I know. Let's get Spider-Man again.
Yay, Spider-Man!
Please
That is
hold.
my favorite corpse.
Oh, do you actually have it still?
Yeah.
Yay!
Why would you think I don't?
I don't know if I have Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
You will soon.
I do. One moment.
That is my favorite. That is my favorite tension-destroying corpse we've ever had in a game.
No,
I know
have
we're in
Spider-Man.
danger, but that corpse looks so much like Spider-Man. I can't stop looking at it.
Yay!
Not sure which one of these is more... Oh, this is the Spider-Man.
What the hell?
Because of the face.
Oh no, Peter!
Face is
What
very
happened to
Spider-Man.
you?
That's a big corpse.
It's a Titan.
Well, you have to be able to see it from the map, so...
Make it as big as a token.
Why would I do
Make it
that?
a token.
Right-click, size, medium.
No, why would I do that is the question. I mean, the way it's medium, it's way too goddamn small.
No, it's fine. We still know
I
it's
can
there.
see him. He still looks like Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Spider-Man's over there, then.
Might want to
Dump
put a
off
halo on him.
Spider-Man. And where would you like to go?
though. You might want to smack a halo on him so we don't lose him, though.
Fair enough.
We know it's there.
Quickly, Valeria will test to make sure that it is indeed impossible to walk further.
Oh, yeah. Any attempt to walk beyond some sort of weird invisible border, it's like you just start walking and you stop. I mean, you're
All right.
mentally walking, you're going through the motions, but no ground
Picking
is
up a
gained.
rock, tossing it.
Goes right through. Just
Oh, son of a bitch.
Rock passes through, no problem. Do not pick up the
Walgren.
dwarf and throw him.
That was actually my next thought.
Yeah, I pick up Runleshin. I pick up Runleshin and throw him.
Okay, fine. The elf hits the invisible wall at Mach 10 and explodes into a shower of gore. What do you want from me?
Well, no, that's actually a thing. If it's a mental control keeping us from passing, if we push each other over, do we continue?
Alright, that's a fair assessment. Unfortunately, it does not work like that. Instead, when Cerebus grabs Rinlishin by the belt and just hauls him toward the border, he halts on it.
Dude, what the hell?
I thought it worked for the rock.
I am not a bird either. Come on.
Rather uncomfortable, to be honest.
Very well.
Just
I
put
can
me down and
assume-
let me try something sensible.
I assume we have to clear each one of these tents.
Okay, I let him throw me into the wall.
No, I'm just
He can do it too, he's
this
strong.
way. Rin goes up to the where he cannot go any further
Okay.
and attempts to follow the wall along its perimeter.
And it's circular perimeter, so it's... And presumably onwards.
Gotcha. Well, round about the time he reaches the back of the blue tent, he'll give up and go around to the front of the blue tent.
Meanwhile, in terms of stupid ways to explore this, Valeria is going to turn backwards and try to lean against this barrier.
Okay, odd choice of doing so, but yes, you have now leaned against nothing. Congratulations.
Hey, we had to walk backwards from something already.
I know, I'm not saying it wasn't a clever idea, but this does seem solid in a way you can't determine. The more you lean on it, the more it feels less like a wall and more like someone kind of holding you up. It's like there are hands like kind of underneath like your shoulders or something, just kind of pushing. It's weird.
So yes.
No way to avoid getting belt up by carnies.
As I see it, we have two options, then. Either we each try to clear each tent individually, or assume that I passed the green tent's claws already, and move on.
Should probably just try the other ones first, for simplicity's sake. Milgram will also head over to Blue Tent.
Since you're there, Valeria, could you roll me a perception scene?
+0. If stunt points come into play, let me know.
There's a wolf
Of course,
there,
there's a wolf.
kind of just watching. Its tail
Where
wags a
is
bit.
there?
Woods. I'm not going to put a token in because you're not sure. It's somewhere in that woods, though.
Across the road.
Mm. It's wagging its tail.
You know what? No, she'll try to beckon it.
Like here, boy?
Yeah.
Alright, well, go and roll.
Animal handling. That puts
Total?
it at +3.
14 then?
No, sorry. Communication's a +2, so yeah, 15.
Yeah, tell me the total when you figure it out.
Well, I would just make focus is +2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so then it's 15.
Well, now you have a wolf bounding at you.
I assume it's alone.
Yeah, it's alone. Barking.
Should take out some rations.
The wolf reaches the threshold and passes through, no problem, and just now you have a wolf. And we'll get a wolf.
This must just be a wolf hound to be that tame.
That is a good point to expect now.
Yes, it is not a full, like, timber wolf. It's some sort of half-breed, perhaps, or mutt.
Then +3 with cunning.
Okay.
So you should identify it anymore.
Okay, so to be specific, this is a Ferelden hound. Ferelden hounds are unlike, your common dog, let's call it. They are deliberately bred to be wolfish in nature, as they're used primarily for hunting, because, well, that's what they do with them. They're not Manabari warhounds by any stretch of the fucking... God, no. Like I said, this is a Ferelden warhound.
Oh, it's a blink dog!
Ah, it's a blink dog. Yeah, I'll do that.
Why do I get hunted by blink dogs everywhere I go?
He does do. So yes, it's a Ferelden hunting hound. It's not uncommon for these things to say, well, the choice is given to me. Probably that one. As it looks doggish without being too undoggish and wolfish.
Just
I'm not
making
being
sure you had the choice.
Just making
Yeah,
sure
appreciate
I'm
it.
not being surrounded by wolves and killed now, right? They're all invisible. They just appear.
No. It's just as I said, they're mostly dog, but still wolfish. So Right. So their Freeland hunting hounds are like purposely kept wolfish, but are hounds at the end of the day. And it's not uncommon for their masters to go traveling and like die, but the hound is fine, or they get lost, or all kinds of things.
How? What kind of condition does it look like? Like how ragged is it by this point?
It doesn't look that bad off. As I said, since because of their wolfish nature, let's call it, they don't actually have that much trouble getting along in the wild. They're hunting dogs. They do okay for themselves.
Right. To a certain
This
degree,
one's
that you can
obviously
check.
does spent at least half month or so in the wild, judging from the
Right.
condition of his coat.
That's more or less what I was checking. Yeah.
He's not unhealthy. He looks like he's been eating, at least.
I assume it is in fact a he.
Checking, yes.
Okay.
Male, not a breeding stud or anything like that. This one is a hunting dog, so it has been snipped.
How friendly does he seem?
Very, actually. It's more than happy to spend its time close to. Kind of wagging its tail. They do have tails, like full-on fluffy ones.
Good. Out of character, I kind of dislike the cutting.
Well, it's unnecessary for this kind of hound. I mean, this isn't like a beagle or a fighting dog or anything like that. This is a hunting dog, and the tail doesn't get in the way of that.
Just reach down, kind of greet him a bit.
Rubs its face all over your hand, goes straight for the leg, starts rubbing on that. Dog. He doesn't seem to have any collar or anything like that. Even if he did half a month out in the wild, he get rid of that pretty fast.
Yeah. She'll start to head off to catch the others, watching a little bit out of the corner of her eye. She wants to see if he starts to mess with the body.
It does sniff a few times, but quickly trots after you. It seems far more interested in the living human than anything else.
Good.
Looking at blue.
For a full
tent.
description, like I said, there's not much of an equivalent in real life other than perhaps a thinner husky. Like as I said, it's hard to get an exact. Like I said, the picture's probably close to it. Pelt is pretty much spot on, though. It's just a brown, almost yellowish pelt. Ears are in good condition. Perked, doesn't seem to have any major injuries that you can see immediately. Doesn't limp or anything. If you had to put its age, it's just out of puppyhood, you'd guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than happy to fucking follow you everywhere.
She'll follow along. Doesn't want to delay too much.
Da-da-da-da, you gained puppers. Alright, welcome to the blue tent.
No.
You can't see into it, just darkness.
Mogren is going to rumble continuously and march into the tent.
I'm going to set it on fire.
With
I'm going to try to use my power.
nothing happens.
Ah, the dog's on top of me.
Yeah, kind of. It keeps trying to nuzzle up against you. Alright,
And
so I'm
she's
gonna...
used to that, so gives it little bits of attention as it
Yeah,
goes.
she's used to Sarah Boss trying to hump her leg.
Yeah, that's normal.
Well,
Mogren, you death march into the tent. How's it going?
Yes.
so is it just Mogren going in? No one else following?
Valeria
Well-
will wait because she knows that if it's even the last one, they can communicate to make the decision
Yeah,
after.
Mogren will be waving a hand back for no one to move, and it's just be grumbling to himself.
I have brought the stream here and probably everyone else.
Well,
Oh,
I-
is this going to be Hamlet?
Welcome to the blue tent. Well, Mogren, the first thing you notice is on your left and right are signs and what look like crates full of something, and a whole lot of empty bleachers and a stage.
It's going to be a play about the warden. The only problem is there's a lot of conflicting documents on what he did.
Mogren will go
hold on.
look at one of these.
People can't even make up their mind about his
Okay,
or her gender
well.
or what their race was.
The sign says, in bold, fair print, take a fruit, throw a stone, and in smaller print, may your aim be true, or else.
Oh, great, it's a shooting gallery.
Well, going to look into the crate. Does the crate have stones in it, or just fruit?
Just fruit.
Is it like a crate you cannot reach into? Is there a hole
No,
somewhere?
you can get your hand in there easy. It seems to be... Mocha doesn't really know fruit is the thing to you. It's all just fruit, so it's just fruit to you.
And it's fruit. Logan will try and take a fruit.
Okay, you end up with a kiwi. Alright. Yeah, you have a kiwi now. That's all that's happened.
Mogren will turn towards where the entrance should be, presuming it's not there anymore.
Uh-huh, yeah, it's just tent.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
As per normal.
Well, it's telling me my aim should be good. So, yeah, I should be fine.
I'll be here if you need assistance.
With fruit in hand, Mogren will walk out further into the tent.
So far, nothing has happened.
He will look at the stage.
It's a stage. Looks nice. Wood. Nice big.
Is that a
curtain.
big wall, or...?
Well, it seems to be a deliberate, wooden platform with a curtain that is attached to, presumably, the top of the tent somehow.
Rope is a thing that exists.
Mogren will keep marching until he gets to the platform. Nothing stops him.
Okay, you get here. And stuff stops you. Or, well, you probably stop yourself.
I presume something happens then.
I mean, a marching wave of malformed zombetic freaks is probably going to stop you.
Oh, lovely.
What you see is what you get. They're odd, though. Odd in a different way each time. They're these strange, malformed... You'd want to call them human, but most humans say don't have a massive hump on their shoulders, or an extra 2 heads, or legs instead of arms, or other worse deformities. And they're marching rather slowly in just kind of a straight line at you, vaguely, or just at this direction.
Okay, but they're still moving. They're going to walk off the stage.
That was their initial move. It is now essentially your turn.
Okay, question. Can I stick this fruit onto a crossbow bolt?
Probably. It's definitely small enough.
He's going to stick that fruit onto the crossbow bolt he has loaded in his crossbow.
Good for him.
And then he's going to shoot at one of the zombies.
Take a target.
That one.
Roll to hit.
What is my plus? I have a plus something on this now. Yeah, it's a +1 to hit. So +4.
Okay, your crossbow bolt strikes true, sinks into the thing, and the kiwi does not explode in a splatter of fruit. Instead, this thing detonates in a shower of gore. I swear to goodness I had this right. Where'd I put it?
Mogre's going to yell back to the entrance of the tent, "I'm blowing up dead people!"
Ah, there it is.
Do you need us to assist?
Alright, their move then. Yours. Too bad you only grabbed 1 kiwi, huh?
Yeah. But considering they didn't start moving until I was up that far.
Mm-hmm.
Time to book it backwards.
No one said the games were fair.
Yeah,
Is this a carnival? Aren't they
what's
supposed to be
moving?
rigged?
A minor action?
Yes, minor is movement, yes.
Yeah, but how much can you move in one minor?
Depends on your speed.
Your speed.
Basically, I want to know what happens if I spend my entire turn moving. Is what
You
I
have
do.
2 minors then, so double your speed.
Well, there's also a run action.
Yes, there's the run action.
which is a major that moves double your speed.
So you can move up to triple your speed in theory. Which is
I guess-
major for running and then minor for another movement.
Yep.
I'm going to go find the specifics on this. Yes, move double your speed in yards, and then just move up to your speed in yards. So you can move triple your speed in yards. His speed is, something. Where's his speed? 10. Is this measured properly right now?
Yeah, no. 5 is 1, though. That's all you need to know.
5 is 1? Okay, then he can totally get back to that. If 5 is 1, and he can move 30 yards right now.
Mm-hmm. So you move 30 spaces, is all you need to know. So you have plenty of room.
Running back.
Bork. It's
Yeah.
Swedish?
Actually, hold on a second.
What's up?
Okay, yeah, he'd actually get there in just one run action, so he's going to use another minor to grab a fruit.
You now have a fruit. This one is an apple.
Wilkern hasn't answered yet, so Blair's going to call in. Do you want me to step inside?
Don't know yet. I'm shooting fruit at them.
Excuse me?
He appears to have gone completely mad.
Gone?
Yeah, gone more mad.
Does the fruit help?
In any case, that was the turn. That was major to run, minor to pick up fruit.
Okay. Yours again.
Now, how does throwing stuff work?
Pretty much the same as that ranged attack roll.
Yeah, but is there a range on throwing? Is it dictated by your strength? I mean...
Yeah, this is by your strength. Basically, a meter per point of strength. So, 3 meters before you start taking penalties, basically, if you have a strength of 3.
He has a
Bonus
strength of
3,
1.
sorry.
So
And
we're
you get a
measuring in
meter.
yards and throwing in meters, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shut up.
No, seriously, I don't.
Okay.
They're
a
severely
square.
different, like, meters.
I don't know what system they use. I don't care. It's a square to me. It's all squares to me.
So wait,
So A
throwing...
square.
Close enough to a yard for it to not matter, but
You
You
can
throw
only...
in a square.
I want to check
Per
this.
point.
That seems like a really short distance.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a very short distance.
I think that's just the range increment, but it should be bigger than that.
I'll check if you want, but...
Um,
The spears group. Throwing
Not a
spear.
spear.
No, but yeah, there's a good instance of, what is thrown.
Fair enough.
Thrown as a ranged weapon.
I can only throw a spear 4 yards.
Okay, missile weapon ranges table. Where the hell is that? Okay, so it depends. It depends on how heavy the thing is, essentially. Like a throwing
An
axe is
apple.
a short range of 4 yards, and a throwing knife is a short range of 6 yards.
It's an apple, so we'll say 6 yards.
Okay.
So 6 squares.
So then it has a long range of 12 yards. Which then gets you a -2 penalty to the attack.
Mm.
Okay. He's gonna grab more fruit with both of his actions. So he's carrying 3 fruit now.
You have a coconut in one hand and a apple in the other.
Is that a lovely bunch of coconuts?
Actually, yeah, he's gonna have the coconut and the apple, and then he's just gonna run forward.
Okay.
Sorry, that's not how far I wanted to move. I can move 10 in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 50 here. There you go.
Your turn.
Throwing fruit. At that one.
Okay.
That is within close range now, so. +3.
You do not manage to hit it with your apple. Sail
Darn it.
past its noggin.
Yeah, come in here and throw fruit. I can't get them all at once.
He gets called upon you to throw fruit, everyone.
Well, sure, I'll burst in like the Kool-Aid man and start throwing fruit.
One of us should stay outside.
Oh yeah!
Rin looks at her after she says that, shrugs and steps in.
Blair will sigh, but she also now has a dog, so she'll stay.
Please tell me we end up in the same tent. That this isn't an instanced tent.
It's not an instance tent. You're inside the tent with him.
No, the whole area is instanced. When another party comes along, they don't see us.
Well, the point being is you see Mogren carrying a coconut, and he just appears to have thrown an apple at some strange, malformed, barely human, zombie-esque creatures, and there's a very ugly blood spatter over there.
The fruit makes them explode. Hit them with fruit.
There are some fruit crates.
Minor to go to the fruit crate. And
There
I
are so many
assume
kinds of fruit in here, and some they don't recognize.
I grab a small-ish fruit.
You're now holding a dragon fruit.
It explodes in fire.
Mogren has thrown his fruit for this turn. He cannot throw another one.
Mhm.
Is it, when you say dragon fruit, is it heavier than an apple?
A bit.
But not much?
Think big pear. Speaking of, there is a pear in there.
Big pair or what?
A pair of pears.
Oh god,
I am
it's
hap-
recursive.
I am happy with that size of fruit, but I think that was my 2 minors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cerebus?
moving in, getting your fruit will be your turn.
Yeah, so I moved in and grabbed a fruit.
You're now holding a cantaloupe. Alrighty, that's everyone. Alright, we'll start with Mogren because he was here first.
Mogren's throwing a fruit.
Yep.
That guy.
Okay.
+3.
You have struck him. He detonates. Messily.
He's going to use his step points to reload his crossbow. And actually, I believe that's another thing he can do on top of that. Because it's 1 for rapid reload, so...
Crossbow is reloaded then.
Yes, but there's more he can do.
Isn't there one that lets you step back?
I could try and use dual strike.
Don't you out of fruit?
That's the thing, yeah. It says that it does it with this... Like, even when you're using missile weapon, it just applies it as if you somehow managed to hit both.
Okay, so you hit one and bounced off of it to the other one?
Unfortunately, the detonation would consume the fruit, so I'm just going to outlaw that one.
Yeah, okay. That's
Damn
what
it.
I thought. Just that's...
It was a coconut. Strength might to break it over your knee. Then you can use 1/2 on each of them.
No.
Can
Why do
I
I not
bash the halves together to make horse sounds?
Valeria, what you up to?
Oh, that's me rolling a willpower to see whether or not she'll actually make herself stay outside.
That's up to you.
I know.
Actually, he's just going to go ahead and spend his other 5 stunt points to skirmish himself 10 yards away.
Fair enough.
Back to the fruit.
You return to the fruit.
And that is his turn.
Red
Actually, no,
Lichen,
that was his major turn. He's going to use a minor to grab another fruit.
you now have a strawberry. Red Lichen.
Nope, screw it. She's gonna step inside.
How the fuck big do you think strawberries are?
Oh, no, it's a small strawberry. It's like a normal sized strawberry. There are not all the fruit is the same goddamn size in here.
She will tell the hound to stay, though.
It's cute how you think it's going to listen.
It might.
Yeah, okay, well, do what you're going to do.
Nah, fine, I'll stay out here.
Go in or stay out, pick
No,
one. It's
go,
Rimlishin's turn,
go.
though. Trying to edit the damn fucking... Anyway, go ahead, Rimlishin. Deal?
There is only one reason that Rin knows of that Mogren would have had an unloaded crossbow, and that's because he used it. So Rin's going to stick this dragon fruit on the end of an arrow and let fly.
By all means. Just tell me what target.
Target.
Alright.
That's 12. Is that still in short range? Page 78, I think. Lava. Oh yeah, hella in range. All right. Where'd it go? Yep, plus dex. +2.
You hit, it detonates.
And my minor is to fish for that pair I just saw.
You now have a pair.
By the way, do I happen to see my arrow clatter to the ground, or...
You're pretty sure the explosion might have consumed it. I mean, it was like bone and meat and everything is just liquidated, so
Just checking.
probably lost the arrow. Cerebus, you're holding a coconut, or not a coconut here. You have the cantaloupe.
On the plus side, because it was liquidated, you'll get your money back for it.
Lil. Cerebus?
Looks like I'm 13 away from all. Yep. So there. Now I'm at long range. I'm just gonna throw this cantaloupe at this guy.
Roll away.
So plus your dex, -2.
So 15 and 6 stunt points.
You definitely hit him, explodes in a shower of gore.
Use a stunt point to grab another coconut. Or not coconut. Just grab another fruit. That counts as a reload, right?
He is
It's
right
within
next to it,
arms.
so I will allow it, yes.
Is a shit. I will reload. And then I'll use my minor to grab another fruit. I'm dual wielding fruits.
You are, in fact, dual-wielding fruits. The remaining horde moves ever on.
I got the one on the right.
Mumrun.
He's gonna stick the strawberry on another bolt
Mm-hmm.
and fire at this zombie.
Roll.
+4, but that's gonna miss horribly.
You have missed terribly.
Grabbing more fruit.
And you have grabbed a pineapple. Renlishin.
I'm a try for the one that Mogren just missed. Hold on a moment.
With what fruit?
The pear.
Ah, yes, the pear.
Yep, that sounds about right. Ren will fire that pear on the end of an arrow at the one that Mogren just missed, and cheekily mutter, "Performance issues." +2.
You have struck.
Well, excuse me, I'm sticking strawberries on my bolts. Doesn't make them a bit more inaccurate.
Another sprouted zombie.
And minor to fish out another fruit.
You get a durian.
Oh god.
Cerebus.
Okay, what 2 fruits do I got?
You have, just checking my list, passion fruit and a melon. Like a melon. I think this one is a honeydew. Yep, honeydew.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the honeydew at this guy.
Okay. You have missed.
Yes, I have.
What's your dex?
It's 2.
But he's minus 2 because distance, so.
No, they're closer than that now.
Oh, is he within his first range increment of 6? I don't think he is. Well, he might be.
No, he's at 9.
In which case, yeah, so he's still taking the -2 for long distance, so it's still a miss. Alright, you still have the passion fruit. But you can't swing that, can you?
Nope, but I can use a miner to fish out yet another fruit.
Let's see. Ah, you just got another pineapple. Okay, Zarm bars. Mogren.
Kill the one on the left. Throwing fruit. He's not actually taking his own advice because he's too far away from it. So he's throwing at this one. +3, but I'm rolling like crap.
Complete miss. There goes your pineapple. Renlishin.
I let the durian fall on the ground because I am not piercing that shit with an arrow. Use my miter to grab another fruit.
Okay, let's see what you get.
Have you ever smelled those things?
Yes, I have, unfortunately. Oh, well. Winner, winner.
Oh my
Rin,
god. Oh god.
you get a rock. You're holding a rock. It's a rock.
Well, I haven't had time to read the sign. Mogren only said fruit. I cuss, drop it, and reach for another fruit.
Thank you.
That's my miners.
I was hoping you'd do that. Excuse me a moment.
It's gonna turn into a zombie at my feet, isn't it?
You'd probably prefer the zombie, honestly.
It's gonna turn into a horde of skeleton warriors.
You'd probably prefer that too.
Is it going to be our old friend?
Nah, just a detonation.
Oh, good, it's a grenade.
More or less. Rin, I'd like you to roll a reflex to not get consumed in boom.
A reflex, you say?
The dodge thing. You're safe to not explode.
Dexterity dodge, or
Mm-hmm.
okay. +2.
You successfully managed to react well enough, though being in the center of the explode is probably not too healthy for you. Right, gonna roll.
With how hurt he is.
Gonna roll this private.
Goodbye, my precious dozen hit points.
You take exactly 12 hit points health.
For the second time today, I get to experience what -1 is like.
Actually, you're at exactly 0 unless you had less than 12.
I had 11.
Alright, you're at -1 then. Enjoy that. Also, that fruit, that shit's gone.
The crate of fruit, you mean?
Mm-hmm. There was a crate there. There isn't anymore.
Yeah. Sarabas.
Sorry, it's your turn.
Mogren's still yelling about kill the one on the left first.
I'm just looking at something here. What's the penalty for using a weapon you don't have proficiency with?
You are all considered proficient with fruit. I'm not going to put that on you.
I think
No,
he's thinking of
just
using a
using
melee
melee.
weapon.
Oh. Honestly, I just have you roll armed for that case.
Oh, no, you just roll normally. It's just damage. I remember reading that. Yeah, if your untrained damage is halved.
Well, these things are detonating, so that's not really a problem.
I know the reason I wanted to know is because I'm holding this nice hammer with this nice pointy edge on it.
Hmm.
So I'm going to well, I had this hammer anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna drop one of the fruits and
Are you using the giant, like, tooth hammer, jamming a fruit on it, and trying to murder a zombie?
that's my plan. Yes.
You're gonna die, but okay.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure getting the hammer back is a miner, and I have to use a miner to put the fruit on it. So that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. So Cerebus is committing suicide in his own unique ways, as is Renlishin, so zombie turn.
And Mogren's been yelling about killing the one on the left because it's going to get onto the bleachers now.
The moment it touches the bleachers, I need to go something.
Nobody listens to the dwarf.
What?
The curtain, well, I'm trying to... Hold on. Stop being difficult. There we go. The curtain rises, and out come the rest of the freaks. These ones seem a little more aggressive, considering they're going to move their full distance, rather than taking their sweet-ass time. Alright then, Mogren.
The elf's blown himself up and there's more of them. Get in here.
God. Valeria will step inside when she can.
Okay, you step inside and see that. Dog's at your heels, wagging its tail.
Gonna roll animal handling. Well, she's trying to tell it to stay. Plus
It is
5.
by your side.
So.
Forever.
Yay.
Mogren, you have first action.
Running to fruit.
Alright, get the fruit.
There's no way to just blindly reach back, grab something, and throw it at the zombie, is there?
I will allow that, but you're taking a gun like a massive -3 on your swing to hit.
That's fine.
Very well. I will allow you a desperate throw. You're not sure what's going to come out, but hopefully it's fruit.
Ah! Plus
Total?
3 minus 3 means it comes out to that net 12.
Lovely. And your fruit is... a grape. 1 grape.
The single grape.
And this one is going to detonate into a shower of blood and gore. Enjoy that all over your body.
It's better than being dead.
Probably. Right. Brenlishin. Neat. Cerebus. You now have well, I believe you had a passion fruit, so you have a passion fruit on the end of a giant tooth on a stick. Cerebus?
Yeah, just a sec. Yeah, those guys are 20 away from me. And I actually completely forgot how movement works in this game. That's fun.
Taking
We're
a
just
move
over.
is a minor action. You get to move up to your speed in yards. Charge is a single major action. You move half your speed in yards and then make a melee attack with a +1. And of course, minors can upgrade to majors.
Okay, right now they're 19 away from me. I have a speed of 12, which means I actually could, okay. Suicide time. It's nice knowing everybody. Here's my move. And then I'm charging Malform Zombie Freak 24 with my pointy tooth hammer with a passion fruit on it.
Well, at least you'll die epically. Go ahead.
Bruh.
Swing.
That
And
actually
he
might
misses.
not. That actually might not miss. I do have a strength of 4,
And +1 from the charge.
so that is a 10.
And he's big, so his defense is actually lower. So you actually hit him. Huh.
Big
Congrats.
strength is big strength.
Yeah, that is a strength-based weapon. So, exploding fruit.
Yeah, not enough high quality. Let's try. That'll do, I suppose. So when the big one's head pops, the rest are, well, they also pop. So it causes a kind of chain reaction of explosions that I need you to make a dexterity dodge to live through. That's a lot of bone shards flying.
When you say the rest of them pop, what about the one on the bleachers?
He's fine.
Sorry,
Well, you know,
sorry,
as
what
fine
kind of
as
roll
fine
am I
gets.
making?
Dex.
We'll get to him, though.
Dexterity
Okay,
dodge.
I get a 2 to that then.
Okay, you are taking this, then. $26 points of damage. From flying bone shards, bits of blood going in at the speed of fucking sound, and other things.
Is that brought down by my armor?
I will allow that, yes.
Oh, should that rock grenade have been
No.
reduced by my armor?
Actually,
It's damage.
yeah, no, yes, it would have, because you managed to get the dodge. If you had not gotten the dodge, I wouldn't have allowed it, just because you're in the center, but no, you're good. So you were able, that's kind of the point, so yes, it would have.
Alright, then I'm at +4.
No, I am alive, you get up. Oh, I'm okay.
Okay, so the good news
I
is...
just thought I was dead. Haha.
The good news is I still have 12 HP left. The bad
Tanked it
news
like a
is I have
champ.
7 non-lethal damage on me.
Look, you had that coming.
We'll just assume
actually-
I was stunned last round.
Valeria, it's your turn, technically.
Throw fruit!
I assume she's been hearing
Roll
this
animal
anyway.
handle check, please.
Okay.
Okay. He does not immediately charge off and start ripping that thing a new one.
Valeria says, heal, you stay healed.
Mm-hmm.
That's also
So
how
you walk in this room with obvious explosion, blood splatter everywhere, and just in time to watch Cerebus turn an entire legion of strange malformed monsters into a bloodstorm.
I would just like to point out that her animal handling is the same way that she handles her actual healing. She tells you to heal and you stay healed.
Lol. So yeah, things have gotten fucking crazy in here. There is one zombie left.
So wait,
Throw
in the
it at.
in the conversion measurements, are we?
5 is
a
1.
yard.
They're 5-foot squares, but the squares should be yards. So just like I said, assume they're halfling feet.
Why is a halfling foot bigger?
It's smaller, 5 feet to the yard instead of 3.
Derp to you.
Well, unless there's fruit laying around, there's no way I can hit him this turn.
Oh, you mean from, like, the only fruit you see?
From a standstill.
Yeah.
If you run in front of it, do what I did with a blind throw.
You can do a blind throw, which is simply run, grab, and toss, essentially.
Screw it. I still can't move though.
That keeps fucking happening.
She's a
Doggy,
green
throw some
outline.
fruit.
Go.
Green just means that you don't have permission to move that token. It's the same for enemies.
Okay, so would you want the penalty for this?
Penalty? Oh, I'm taking that. You just need to roll an attack roll for throwing stuff.
All right,
What's
well,
your
plus
dex?
3 dex.
You just make it with a rock.
Uh-oh.
Neat.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, wouldn't a 13 hit it?
A 13 hits this thing.
Okay, so you hit it with a rock.
Yeah, no, you hit it with a rock.
Uh-oh. Been good on you, Mogren. Actually, no, you're still at full HP. You're fine.
Dwarf is strong.
No, it's strong.
Dwarf is strong.
She sure is. I hope he lives
What
to
the
this.
fuck?
Remember when I said the zombies exploded, right?
Oh, good. Yeah, they amplify. Fun.
Yep.
But Doggy's safe.
Well, I'm glad I'm nowhere near that one.
Yeah, doggy's fine. Rest of you, probably not.
I assume you want more dodging.
I would love that, yeah. Or you just take it. Leia's just gonna fucking take it.
Hey, I've got armor.
Yeah, I hope it helps. Mogren.
Plus 3 for dex.
Alright, Mogren will be there while you suck it. Just gonna roll some dice.
She's got full health.
$35 points of damage. Minus your armor.
Okay, with her
That's
armor.
on Lyria. Mogren is going to be taking less.
So subtract 7. So what? 28.
Yep.
Mogren, you take 16 minus armor.
No, she's still standing.
She is covered in, well, cooked giblets of dead zombie malformed monster thing.
Mogren is at 27 HP.
She's down to 13.
I was
Fourth.
expecting you to say 28. Take 28 damage, still got it.
And with that, combat is over.
Please.
Oh, this room's fucking
Healing.
gone.
So what's the dragon die on that thing?
4.
Man, I wish there was some kind of appendix to look up all these rules.
Sure would be nice.
You know what?
If only
I may
there
take
was
the
some
time
sort of
aside to actually just make us a fucking reference.
That's up to you. It'd be
Well, because
appreciated.
I've definitely spent more time looking than it would have taken me to make one.
If only there was some book with the rules in it.
Well, the
if it
problem
wasn't
is
spread out.
that it's not very well organized.
I know,
At
just
all.
being an ass.
Your ally gets back an amount of health equal to the dragon die plus your cunning.
Mm.
And you have to get
so
at least
7.
higher than an 11 on the test.
Mm-hmm. So she gets back 7. Mogren.
Doesn't
Sorry.
get anything.
Oh, no,
Oh wait,
don't you
no,
have
wait,
your
what is? Yeah, it's plus cunning, right?
Yeah,
so
it's plus your cunning because you're using
she's
healing.
plus 3 on cunning. So
Okay,
you're
so
fine.
4 plus what's your cunning? 3?
Yep, 7 again. Sorry, boss. 6. Rin Lashen, 8.
Much obliged.
And Doggy gets praised. Doggy stayed.
Dog is happy waggletail.
I thought you were saying donkey.
Donkey.
No, Donkey's in the swamp.
Good news.
He never made
everyone.
me waffles, even though he promised.
Ren Lashen, get your ass back in here.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out!
I'm just jumping the gun.
As you all gather yourselves and desperately get bandaged by Valyria, confetti falls from the sky. Just going to get rained on with confetti for a bit.
I'm sure that's great with all the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And smoke.
After a uncomfortable moment of being rained on with confetti, and you think that's a balloon that just bounced off Ren's head, the curtain opens. Rather, draws upwards. Just fuck off.
I assume it's not more zombies.
That would be unpleasant. Yeah, it would. No. Instead, all you can see from this distance would be what is essentially a very, very small pillar.
Mogren will go marching up as the first one to enter into this room.
Yeah,
I don't
Valyria
have a
will follow.
rightly shaped pillar for this, do I?
A podium?
Yeah,
Type
podium
thing?
would be. Yeah, podium probably the best.
Just draw another penis, it'll work out.
Or penises. If you have a
That's my
podium, I'd
slogan.
love it. I can't say I don't have one apparently.
By the way,
I'll
if you
grab
want me
one
just
in
to
a
have-
sec, but be right back.
I can move the hound if you want to just say that he's always next to her right now, I assume.
He will not leave your side unless ordered otherwise. I will
So if
now
you-
give you ownership.
Yeah, so
The
that you don't have
purposes
to
of.
drag him around.
There. You now have ownership over the Ferelden hunting hound who you've yet to call anything other than good boy.
Yeah, she'll get around to that. Right now is not really the time to train him for anything.
Other than barking.
So
Yeah.
Tayo said he'd be right back, so.
Right. As this concerns you both, on the little podium thing is... Well, it's egg-shaped.
Mogren will try to step up onto the stage.
Is it
You
an
have
egg to go in that skillet from earlier?
Ha! You've ascended the stage. A little blood-soaked and...
Valyria will follow, because she's hoping it
podium.
follows the same pattern from last time. Where this
Marching
is a
to
reward.
podium.
Alright, now that you've got a nice clear view of it, this looks to be some sort of crystal ball, shaped more like an oval than a proper ball, though. More like crystal egg, if anything.
Mogren will try to pick it up.
Okay, Mogren, I have an in-character question.
Yes.
What is something that, as a child, he always wanted?
As a child?
Yep, as a kid, when he was a young little beardling.
I'm going to assume you mean besides food.
Besides food, yes.
Hey, Tio?
Something he'd dream about always ascending or getting one day.
Your mic's picking up heavy breathing.
Yeah, sorry, I just got back. Had to run outside quickly. Muting.
And these can be non-tangible things like, oh, I wish I had my father back, or I wish I was a noble, or shit like that, you know.
What he would have wanted as a kid?
As a child, growing up. Give me non-tangibles. Oh, thank you.
All the female dwarfs.
Technically, yes, the very large pile of horrors counts as a thing.
He didn't really want that as a child, though.
Think, ages 6 to 10 equivalent.
Yeah,
Maybe a bit older.
He wanted a Gatling gun so he can go around fighting people in Warhammer.
He doesn't even know what a Gatling gun is, but he would want one.
He's a Skaven, come on.
Ha!
Probably
That's
some of
called
the
a Rattling
really,
gun if it's Skaven. Gosh, get your Skaven knowledge right.
probably some of the really, really fancy, jewelry that's not really jewelry that you can put in your beard.
And when he imagined that, what did he imagine? As a kid? What was his point of reference for that?
Shoving
Oh,
it
there
up
probably
would
would have
be
been
for sexual gratification.
Jesus. There probably would have been some big shot Carta people in Dusttown with big gold and silver rings in their beards and such
Okay.
like that.
The orb vanishes. Mogren, You now have a luscious beard that reaches about to your waist that you're fairly certain is made of gold and silver, considering the threads.
Logan will blink and turn around to Valeria to see if she says anything.
It's no heavier than you remember. It's just a whole fuck ton lot longer.
Valeria is speechless for this one. I assume the dog borfs.
No. He borks.
Bork, bork.
For the first time in this entire fucking trip, I'm glad we're going to Orzammar. Who's
I'm
got
pretty
the
sure they'll
better
make you a
beard
paragon just for
now?
having this.
What was that you said? I missed it.
Go ahead,
Go
Larry.
ahead. No, that was you. He talked
Oh.
over you. He wanted, yeah.
Sorry. You're fairly certain they will make you a paragon just for having the beard. As any dwarf who would grow a beard made of stone itself, obviously, is a paragon.
I got the best beard ever.
Hey, if Bianca can't be a paragon, neither can he.
I don't know. Solid gold beard, man.
She invented the crossbow.
She invented a really
Yeah.
nice crossbow. She did not invent all crossbows ever.
This is true.
Had she invented every crossbow ever, like the concept of the crossbow, then yeah, I'd like to think she'd be a paragon. There's like levels of amazingness there to work with.
There are literally no other crossbows in any of the games other than that one.
No, first game,
Yes,
crossbows.
yes, there are.
All over the place.
Yeah, no, there are crossbows in the game. They aren't used very much. They decided to just have it like only Varric used them, but they exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the Bianca's a super special one.
Yeah, Bianca's just like an advanced, like really good crossbow.
Bianca's like a damn machine gun crossbow.
Yeah, seriously,
I
it's
want
like
a
the best
crossbow
crossbow their crossbow could ever be, but it is at the end of the day still a design that already existed.
I want a crossbow for my rogue then. Screw you, BioWare.
Lol.
I have a
Also,
crossbow,
fucking
so let me use
Mogren uses a crossbow. If the only crossbow that existed was fucking Bianca, he wouldn't have one.
He stole it.
There's more now.
And this takes place before Inquisition.
Well, then that's how he got it later. He took it from
Yeah.
Mogren.
Lol. Just,
Mogren is going
yeah,
to
right.
retrieve some
Varric
ale
had
from
it
his
in-
pack, by the
Varric
way.
had it in Dragon Age 2, which happens 10 years before Inquisition.
Alright, you now have ale out of your pack.
He's just going to be drinking himself happy, just like shaking his beard around as he walks.
What's lovely about it is that it's no heavier than like a hair. I mean, yes, it's still kind of heavy due to just that much hair, but it is healthy, extremely long, well groomed, and made of fucking gold. I mean, you're pretty damn sure that's gold. Has the texture of gold, color of gold. Also has
He'll tap
silver
it.
kind of sprinkled throughout to give it a kind of gleaming, like almost sparkling, like look to it in like brighter light.
Mogren will tap it.
And it doesn't. It's like gold. It yields a bit. So
But it feels like metal and not air.
yeah.
So does he get like a -10 to sneaking now?
Any kind of light conditions, he is going to take a penalty to sneaking. Yes.
He doesn't care. Gold beard.
On the converse side, his bonus to any kind of diplomacy, anything charisma based, anything at all with dwarves is massive.
Also, Mogren can afford a -1 or so to his positive "fuck you"
Yeah.
bonus to stealth checks.
Right? He's a fucking ninja.
Seriously, all they're going to
Yes,
see
his
is a
shadow's
gleam of a
just
beard
gold
and then
now.
death.
He falls into a shadow, and it just happens to be gold colored now instead of black.
Well,
Mogren is actually going to march back towards the middle of the stage and give a big, extravagant bow.
applause suddenly thunders forth, loud and rather, let's call it consistent. As in, it sounds like those bleachers are full of people currently clapping their hands off. Like they just watched the most amazing thing ever. Oh, there's no one there. There's just sound.
Just because she's curious, Valeria's just gonna look at the empty pedestal. Like,
an
the
empty pedestal.
hell?
There's no inscription, sign, or anything, just an empty pedestal.
This is the greatest gift I've ever received.
He's just drunkenly thanking the no audience that claps for him.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Keep it together, Mogren.
He'll give one last bow before jumping off the platform just onto the ground.
They're giving him a standing ovation as he goes.
I hope Mogren plans on thanking, at the very least, Cerebus, though.
He will stop to look at Cerebus's hammer.
It's intact, believe it or not.
You know, if you told me earlier that I was going to get a solid gold beard because you stuck a fruit onto the end of a spike hammer, I'm not sure if I'd have laughed at you or shot you, but either way, good.
My leg hurts.
Well, you can ride in the cart later.
My everything hurts. Join the club.
And we return to the circus overview.
Has anyone seen my floating rib?
Or
Oh, we're going to
pretty
make
sure
sure his
somebody
beard
will
has
want that
remained
out.
gold.
It has.
Yay.
And Rinlashin's ears are still on fire, and Cerebus's hands are still on fire.
God damn it.
I need the permissions for the hunting hound here.
Alright.
Can they still see if the corpse is still there? At least because of the shiny ass armor.
Yeah, no, it's visible. There's definitely a lump with armor over there. It's, yeah.
Just making sure no one's come by and done something to it.
I don't.
much-
Well, like, I could molest the bones, I guess.
How
That's what
much
she
of
was worried about
day-
the wolf.
how much of
Mogre
the
and
day has
Golden Beard
passed?
will lead the
None.
way.
Oh, God.
Wait, what?
None. The sun is exactly where it was when you came.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell because your shadows haven't moved anywhere. Same direction they've been since you got here. To the big tent,
It's the last tent.
Here,
Okay.
guys,
sure.
just a small thing. How about this time we just all freaking go into the tent together? Because that last one was not friendly to.
Yes. Everyone take a few minutes. Catch your breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out
there
of
has-
character, I want a heal action for everyone here. Some time-based
As in
healing.
the 5-minute rest thing.
Yup.
Yeah, rest. We have already gotten healing.
How much do I get back?
You
5 minute
get
rest it is.
5 plus Constitution plus level.
So 8 plus con.
I get
I
9
get
back.
Same.
I'm back up to 50%.
I'm at 26 out of 35 with 7 each. Actually, my non-lethal should go away during the breather. So.
I'm at full health.
Yeah, I'm back at the 29. Very well. Follow right behind me. She takes out her sword and shield.
Alright. So you all come ready for war?
Yep, she's gonna take the first step in, but everyone else, I assume, is following right behind.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, great. This one turns out to be instanced.
Well,
I am
it
not
wouldn't
that
have
cruel.
been, but you gave him the idea beforehand, see.
Oh.
As you pass within the folds of the tent, a sign greets you. And all it says, in letters that are harsher than the ones you're used to, the final act. And in smaller letters, yours. As you come to the tent proper, you notice a few things immediately. One, great rings of fire float, maybe 4 feet, a little less, off the floor, in odd little, and by ring of fire I do mean in a circle, like, a ring, like a circle around you, not one you jump through, one you're stuck in. And inside them are burning people. A lot of them. Screaming. All at once. Horrifying, really.
And what my mind says is a
They're
monkey
vaguely
in here.
recognizable as people. I mean, like, some of them are in various stages of on fire and melting, so, but they're alive throughout the entire process, apparently, because they're all screaming. And through those screams, there is quietly sitting atop a word for I'm going to use this is altar of horrifying description. It's impossible to tell what it's supposed to be or what it once was. It looks vaguely like someone took, say, a statue of Andraste, malformed it with nightmares, and just kind of propped it up. And sitting where the hands would normally be, it seems to have some sort of hooves instead of hands. As I said, it's malformed as all hell. Where they're clasped sits a young woman who is very gently just sort of fiddling around with a lute quietly amidst the screaming. What would you like about that?
Nothing immediately jumps out and tries to take our lunch money.
Nope. Just wall of screaming, burning humans. Now what's funny is that the rings of fire are around them, and they're big enough to where they're not actively touching, but they're basically being cooked alive, so...
By the way, I can't control Valeria.
Again? Weird.
I think it's... I mean, do you have all these things set up on these map ahead of time?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah, because that's... You copied the original one, which the original one had problems.
I
So
thought I fixed the original one, though. Oh, well.
Well, it doesn't do that retroactively to everything
Well,
else.
now it's fixed.
Thank you.
Ogre's gonna make sure his crossbow's reloaded.
Yep, you got a bolt in there.
Yep, Valeria has her arms and armor all ready to go, but she's going to walk forward. I assume Bork is following.
He doesn't really want to, but if you're moving, he is. Right, we'll save as soon as you get close.
Yeah, I don't know if 30s... I don't know how far you want to let me move, but...
No, that's far enough. You're good.
No bonus.
Oh, just willpower. Okay. You are now taking a penalty to all willpower checks due to the horrifying screams of eternally tortured, burning humans.
Mogren will also step up and probably have to make the same test.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it self-discipline?
Yes.
Then plus nothing. Instead of a -1.
Well, in that case, Mogren cares slightly less. None of them are stumpy looking, so these are probably just humans and elves, so fuck it. Who cares? They're not dwarves.
And if they're dwarves, they might stop screaming at the sight of the golden beard.
Mm-hmm. They might clap even.
Do you need willpower from everyone?
Yes, everyone who's going to get close to that screaming wall of horrors. Erebus also is uncaring.
+5.
Really does not care.
Obviously, if they're all human, all non-humans just don't care.
Yeah, clearly.
Well,
I mean, I'd say they're human, but they could have been elves. Their ears might have melted off, you know.
Like Brad
until a couple of years ago, I wanted to be an Aeroshock and push these people under my thumb anyway, so...
There you go, then.
You too, Alfie.
Rin, with his bow, is just going to casually... He's going to stay behind the advance of Valeria, but he's just going to be working his way out to the side.
Yeah, she's going to just grit down and move forward.
Please,
Anyone
with your
close to her,
characters, I will declare halt when I need to.
Literally gritting her teeth to maybe like Mogren, who can see her.
I'm going to draw my staff and follow behind Valeria. I'm not really sure where I'm putting the hammer during this. Probably where my staff was.
Probably.
I carry around so many weapons.
Stop.
Yeah, she's giving these things a little bit of a wipe.
No, stop. Go back.
Yeah.
Erebus.
I was following right behind her.
Well, like, are you like in step completely?
Yeah, like literally
okay, in
right
that case,
behind
yes,
her.
you can go ahead.
Yeah, just walking with her right now.
Go ahead and put yourselves with her. Okay, the musician looks up and seems to notice you, and sort of just lifts a hand, and the screaming just stops. Dead stops instantly. Just like complete silence, void of sound. Like just, you can practically feel the air move fucking out of the way. Excuse me, are you here for the performance?
Is that what this is?
Yes, these are the, oh, what's the best word? Critics! Yeah, that's the word. Critics. Critics of my glorious work. They don't
So-
understand art.
So did you make the tents and
Oh, no, but yes.
but
Clarify.
yes?
That does seem to cover all the possibilities, yes.
Well, how to put this? Sometimes people just don't appreciate you. Always saying, do this, get better, play the fiddle, do that, we'll learn the lute. It's all such dreary haggardness. And then her came along and showed us up, and, well, can't have that. I think she's over there burning. Maybe. I forget. It doesn't matter. So are you here to listen or join? I wonder if your screams will make the tune any more interesting.
At that, Rin has already had enough today. At the moment she says that, not Chero fire at her.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
Not even waiting for the others to to acknowledge that line.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead and roll.
I assume he's gonna move a bit to the side before he does that because there's a wall of fire in his way.
He said those were rings like 4 feet off the floor, right? How
Yep.
high up is she?
Oh, a good 20.
Okay.
I should be able to fire
Yeah,
over it
easy
then.
shot.
Okay. Let's see here.
I mean, yes, the very bottom of the arrow might scan the very bottom, like very tippy top of like a little bit of heat. Big whoop.
Is that the sound it'll make as it goes over it?
Yes, big whoop.
Plus 2. Maybe I'll get a little bit of surprise bonus, but
Strikes her square in the chest and falls down to the floor. The arrowhead has been smashed flat.
okay.
Rude! She declares, and then the hounds are unleashed. Let me just position the hounds.
But my hound's already behind me.
Yes, and now he has friends who are less friendly. You need to get them in their exact positions. Because it was relative to you guys where they would pop up. Because that's how these hounds work. So out of the fire and the flame and the something dragon force.
No. By the way, most
Comes
Dragon Force songs are
skeletal
really just
hound.
ad-libs.
Well, skeletal. Mostly skeletal with some ragged chunks of diseased flesh still clinging to them, actively on fire and bounding out from the, those humans? Well, they split in half in a gory shower as said hounds spring from them, leap through the fire, are now on fire, and coming at you. So their whole action was to kind of do that, so I'm going to let you all roll initiative now.
I'm that one stun point that I have. The attack roll itself was successful, right? So I can
Correct.
use the stunts.
You may.
Okay. I'm gonna use that to skirmish a little bit further from the nearest hounds. Carry
By
on.
all means. Now everyone roll initiative, please.
Yep. Dexterity initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3.
I have a 10.
Cerebus, this is a 12, or do you have any points?
Dex is 2.
Okay, just gonna roll. Larry, you had a 10?
Yep.
Okay. Renlishan, you have the very first action of anybody.
Okay. Ah, hell dogs. Firing
Hell
bow.
dogs.
Firing bow at the nearest south one.
Okay.
Wow, that's me.
By the way, I have journeyman archery, so reload is a free action for me.
Lovely.
12 plus 2.
You have struck a hound. Roll damage. An arrow springs forth from its shoulder, but it keeps going.
Oh, bugger.
You rolled max damage.
Yes, I did. And minor. Do I kite closer to the group for defense, or do I just kite?
I actually think we need to split up slightly because I have a bit of a suspicious fear about them spitting fire.
Why would you have that fear? That's the completely unfounded fear. Don't reason for you to think that. You should clump off.
All right. These bleachers, what are they like?
The classic sort you'd see in any kind of large tent, I suppose. Wood. More like just long wooden seats than anything.
How steep an angle are they at?
Oh, not very. You can walk up that, no problem.
Well, more importantly, if I head up them, am I going to have a terrain advantage over anyone who tries to get me in melee?
Yes.
Whoop. Let's see here. 12. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
Carry on.
Carry on. Hounds.
Seriously, she unleashed the hounds?
Yes.
Would
So
you prefer
cliche.
the dogs of war? Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
fine,
dun.
I didn't need to live anyway.
Alright, who can actually attack after moving all that distance? Alright. This hound goes... That hound.
Are they really going to attack the hound over me?
Miss. This hound goes for... Dwarf. Ah, okay.
That misses.
Mogren, I need you to roll a 1d10.
Actually, what's his strength?
Not your concern. I know your defense is 13, yeah?
12.
Oh, well, let me hold on. Still a mess, actually, with these suckers. Weird. Alright, yeah. It's that shitty. Right, then. Right, that's how I designed them. Cool. Okay, never mind. So, yes, roll your d10, then.
What's a D10?
Nothing important. On you again, Mogren. Okay, roll your d10. He has bit your beard and promptly disintegrates.
Beard!
Attack. Okay, that's a fucking hit. Goddamn, you useless pile of crap.
I think he meant the dog disintegrated.
Yes, the dog disintegrated.
No, I got
He's
that.
fine.
Yeah, I assume he's
Oh,
yelling
okay,
beard
that
and
was
thrusting and power.
That was a
Yes,
celebration
exactly.
of victory, not a goddamn
It's a
it,
battle
you ate my
cry.
beard. Carry on.
Screw it. Does he get like a weapon training beard now?
I mean, he might want to look into that, I'm not gonna lie.
Start hitting them with your beard, Mogren.
Anyway, this hound is attacked by to bit you. Yeah.
of course, a campaign by Skull Hat would have a magic beard that disintegrates people.
I had a long list of things that could have happened, and he literally listed like jewel-encrusted fancy beard as a childhood wish of his. I mean, he was just going to grant someone's childhood wish. That was his. I ran with it. What do you want from me?
You were going to work it in no matter what, I know it.
Hush you. And you picked it up. What was your childhood wish? You would have gotten whatever the fuck that was. Damn it, Morgan.
You moved me.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to select this little fucker. So I'm looking up his... Okay, yes, it is confirmed. Cool. So 2 of that is physical, and you get your armor, so you probably don't give a fuck. But the 3, that 3 is fire, and you don't get to resist that.
So, ow, Bernie, ow.
Mm-hmm. Your beard's fine. In fact, it's not even ruffled. In fact, if he had touched it, he'd probably be dead. Right, that one. That one's going for Valer.
Yeah,
that's
no.
12. I didn't think so. Also for Valer. Nope.
Yeah,
For
they gotta
Cerebus.
hit a 16.
Nope. Cerebus, yours is 13, right? Cerebus. Defense.
My defense is 13.
Okay. And none of them have struck you. Right, okay. That was the Hellhounds. Next.
I believe next is Valyria, isn't it?
Normally. The musician. She frowns in disappointment. Hounds? Come on. And then she sort of lowly whistles, and the hounds get bigger.
You need to start flailing that beard wildly.
Just wait.
While I'm doing this, go ahead and take your turn. We've got the 14. Cerebus.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually ignoring the Hellhounds. And I'm going to hit the musician with an arcane lance.
Okay.
It's a normal ranged attack, but it uses my my magic stat instead of a normal attack stat.
I see. By all means, please do the process.
I have a 3 in magic. That's a 13.
Okay, so that's to hit, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
Just against their defense, like if I was shooting a bow or whatever.
That'll do. Or something like... Yeah, that's better. All right, then. Okay, in that case, well, what am I looking for here? Here we go. What is Arcane's Lance effect when it hits something?
I'm just reading here.
Does you've hit.
An arcane lance has a range of 16 yards and inflicts 1d6 plus magic damage.
Neat. This is going to inflict instead 2d6 points of irresistible golden fire. Basically, your magic has now changed in a way to where that ability, specifically, no longer deals what is listed. Instead, it will deal a 2d6, where we normally do a 1d6. No plus to your magic, but no amount of defenses, resistances, or any of that comes into play. And if it normally does not allow resistances normally, it will instead get a +2 to hit at all times. So if they're allowed their armor normally, like if this thing normally just gets around armor, then you just have a more accurate version.
No, it doesn't normally get around armor.
Well, now it just does.
Yeah,
so 2d6
it's exactly
ignores
like
armor.
it's exactly like a bow. So.
Well, now it's 2d6 and ignores armor. So please roll that, because instead of a bolt of energy, you get a lance of golden fire.
I'm guessing the next thing I did after that happened was going to do that.
Well, it depends on what you did after that. Alright, so that is unexpected, and the musician cries out in horror and pain and desperately flails her limbs around like you had just thrown a goddamn golden fireball at her. Maybe. I don't know. Hasn't come up yet.
That's really good for right now, but if we ever get into late game, that'll actually become worse than a normal arcane lance.
Well, if the arcane lance improves, then this will improve.
Well, I think it's because it gets magic as an addition
Yeah.
to its damage.
So eventually if we go along progression and I'm upping my magic, it'll be high enough where it would do more damage than that. But...
True. On the other hand, this thing does true damage, i.e. it gets around armor, so tit for
Yeah,
tat.
it's good stuff. Good old penetrating damage.
Right then, so that was Cerebus. Valeria.
Is Valyria wielding that bone bastard sword?
Good question.
Bone bastard.
Are you? It's supposed to be the... God damn it, I'm trying to select on these hounds and I keep getting on you guys. Anyway, are you using the bone bastard sword of King Callan?
Kalen.
Whatever. Kalen, sorry. King Kalen, the deceased. Art thou or art thou? And the shield, for that matter.
Yeah. I think she was holding on to them to make sure they were real.
Well, in that case,
So-
I presume she's wielding them.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, do stuff with them.
On
You know
that
what they
note,
do.
I do need to know. Well, actually, I guess I'll let you know if it gets in that threshold where it would matter for the shield. But yeah.
What you mean?
Well, for example, if it is in fact somehow a trap, there's a 2 in my defense that's shield only.
Ah.
Either way, attacking the Hellhound down here, and that's without the pluses, so that puts her up to 16 to hit. Sorry, no,
You
17.
have definitely hit. I will now reveal to you a special, unique thing this sword can do when wielded with that shield as part of the set bonus, because I do that sometimes. You may spend up to as many stun points as you have, really, on a unique effect. Hound's Call. You may choose one ally within, I believe, 10 yards, or meters, or whatever, 10 squares, god damn it, 10 squares, to immediately get an attack action following yours. Basically, for every stun point you spend, that's another attack from a friend. However, there's a rule with this. You can only use it once per battle, basically, so as soon as you use it in the stun, as soon as you spend stun points to do this, that's it. 2, you can only ever access this special stunt while dual wield, like having the shield and the sword.
Okay, so what's the variable part in using stunt points here?
For every stunt point you put towards this, that's an extra attack of a single person of your choice. So, let's say you got 5, and you want to spend all 5 on this special power. You pick a friend within the distance I give, 10 squares, so let's say Mogren, and he may make 10 attacks. Or sorry, not 10 attacks.
5.
5, derp. Up
So
to
how's that
5.
work with casting?
It doesn't. It has to be attacks.
Damn,
Like
because I would
normal
just give it to
swings.
Sarabas and let him blow her up.
Yeah, no. It has to. It's designed to inspire your troops to fight harder, not to make your mages go explode on everyone.
Then,
I don't know. Is Valeria?
I actually have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe the kill. Fuck do I know.
Well, let's see.
And hey, Rin picked up on the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs.
It's Ferelden.
Yeah, dogs. I have no idea what you expected.
Here's the question.
Yes, you have access to that stunt. I'm making sure you're aware of it. I'm presuming you want to activate it. I don't know.
Well,
As I said,
not
it's
sure
limited
what I
to
can
once
give-
it's activated, you that's it. That's it
right,
for this
and
combat anyway.
I need to know, like, in terms of actions it gives, say I give it to someone with a crossbow.
He cannot use it to reload. It only allows you to attack. So if you have a loaded crossbow, you can fire it, but you can't then load it up and then keep firing unless it has multiple fucking some sort of multi crossbow
Out of
thing.
character, he's not firing his crossbow right now.
I know, but she
Its
doesn't
primary
know that
use
his...
is generally to be given to, say, your second in command, so he can swing his goddamn
Yes,
greatsword at
I
someone's
get it,
face.
and that unfortunately that person is in the bleachers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
This does not stop you from giving it to the hound.
Oh, I don't even know what the hound attacks with.
His face.
Yeah, I get that, but his chances of hitting or hurting, I don't know yet.
Yeah, you don't. Maybe now's a good time to find out. Who knows?
You know what? Fuck it. It's in character as much as anything else. The Hound's been following her along this whole time. Sure, why not? I'm gonna give it 5 attacks.
Giving the dog 5 attacks. Is that what's going on here?
I
Well,
guess.
dog goes dog mad. Alright then. Well, let's just gonna go with that one. I mean, logic, so first. So let's see. That's a hit. That is not. That's a hit. 3. He didn't roll very well, but he didn't really need to. So that's 1, 2, 3 hits. First has no stunt points, so he just gets his attack. Sorry, I'm just calculating something. Right. So 1 hit from the second. It had 4 stunt points. It's going to use it to try. It's going to use it to trip, which I think is 2. Correct. I'm going to put that stunt point thing. God damn it! I've lost my stunt points. Fuck.
The list of them, or how many you have?
List.
430. Page 430.
Knock prone is 2 stunt points.
430. You said. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. It's at the very
Is where
back.
there's
it's in,
a
like, the
handy
index.
table of them.
There's other places in the book where it is, but that's where it has all of them.
And I need all of them. Okay, lovely tip. Always goes for knock prone and mighty blow for another d6. And it's actual damage, naturally. That's a dead dead. Hellhound is now dead. The unnamed hunting hound bounds forward, inspired by the howl of the blade, just leaps on the much larger hound's throat, and proceeds to tear its goddamn head off.
What is with humans and dogs?
Right. So, Valeria, that was more or
question.
less your turn.
Well, what do you want to do? Because she didn't actually roll damage yet.
You don't know your weapon on the ass. It's dead. You should have rolled
It's
damage
unlikely
first,
you
though.
would've
But
killed it
either
in one
way,
go.
like even if you had rolled your damage, he was done enough damage to kill it. So either way, it is dead.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have been able to... Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do enough to kill it in one turn.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have. So yeah, see, it is now revealed this thing does a 2d6 plus 2, and it has a plus 4 to hit.
There's only one question I have, since I would have figured this out. How much damage does this sword do?
Double checking.
Because the standard is 2d6 plus 1, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, I know the standard. God damn it. said 2d6 plus 1 is the standard?
Yeah, and then plus strength, like usual.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember my math here for this thing, because it's a big deal sword. Right, 3d6 plus 5 for both hit and damage.
Wait, say that again?
3d6 plus 5 for hit and damage. So plus 5 to hit, does 3d6 damage plus another 5. Because it's fucking a king's blade.
Okay.
I'm not expecting you to keep this, but I gave it to you for a reason.
No, I want to keep it.
Okay, fine. Good luck keeping that in for all then.
I mean, my silverite axe is 3d6 plus 2 plus strength. It is the scale of these things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's just using a really good axe. You're using the goddamn king's goddamn blade. It hits like a truck. It's supposed to. It's for the king.
Carrying on.
You don't even know what your AC is right now. That shield is doing amazing things for you. I don't even fucking know. Anyway. Valyria, that was your turn. Lee's Melbourne.
Yeah, I typically have a minor, but...
Check your minors. What can you do
I
for minor?
guess defensive stance or something like that?
So you're surrounded by angry hounds.
What you do with minors is your own business.
I'm trying to find the damn action page.
Go right above the combat stunts. It's on page 429.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can put your guard up. You can also press the attack if any of the dogs try to run away.
Also, check your talents.
You can also stand firm if anyone tries to knock you down.
Yeah, good luck with them on that.
Or you could aim.
Obviously fly, right?
You fly your flight speed of 0 feet.
No, I think she'll take, Actually, no, she'll activate. She has to activate her fighting style every once in a while.
Okay.
Jolly good, I guess.
I always just kind of assume that happens as she goes into combat, because she only has one, but...
Mm-mm.
So, Mogren is
Over.
going to bodily fling himself at this hellhound.
Yeah, just give me a hug.
He's going to throw himself and his beard onto the hellhound.
I mean, if it works, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Now here's the question. Is this a strength attack? Because he's not trying to hit it hard, he just wants to touch
Dexterity.
it
He's
with
merely
his
trying
beard.
to touch him.
So what do you want me to roll?
Dexterity. You're trying to fling yourself in a way that gets the beard where it needs to go.
+3.
You have failed to body slam a hound.
Aww.
For the purposes of, you are now there.
Let me hug you. The
You can
beard
have a
wants
minor
to
if you
eat
want.
you.
How much has he drank? By the way, she can't see this going on, so she just hears this.
All of the drink.
As a minor, I guess he'd aim. He's going to prepare himself for his next hug.
Alrighty then. You've aimed. Top of the turn, I suppose.
We
Yep,
should
that's right.
save and break here, then, if we're back to
Alright,
the
so
top of the initiative.
turn, round 2. Let me just take some note. Okay. You were in the big tent. Okay.
I was in a big tent once.
You've
Pray tell,
delved into
where
a
are you
new
going
realm of
with that
madness.
one?
I hope you're having fun.
Beard!
Well, the dwarf is happy, and for that I am happy.
Nothing good has ever happened to me in a big tent.
Cerebus got his new laser hands. Renly Shannon to discover what his ears do. Ogren knows his beard is lethal. All around a good day.
Just wiggle,
It
wiggle
probably
the
all
ears.
goes away once we get out of here.
If it goes away after it gets out of here, Mogren's going to be depressed for weeks.
So does that bypass armor rating or just...
Yes, anything that would otherwise decrease the damage done by this ability is instead negated, and the damage is always done.
Okay, so that brings down armor rating as for damage, not for defense.
And of course, if his beard goes away and takes the what used to be his beard with it, so he is left beardless. You might just find him catatonic in the woods.
Dwarves don't need beards.
Says the man who isn't a dwarf.
Yeah, seriously.